And the name of it is?
The name of this episode
Yeah.
is Story Mode, Episode 46, Tummy Ache.
Oh.
Tummy ache.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, tummy aches are the worst. Especially when you're a grown adult and you still call it a tummy instead of a stomach. I mean, you're...
I don't know, anatomically, though. Yeah, I don't know. Anatomically, like, while tummy may not be accurate, or, like, correct, I think stomach may not technically be accurate because your stomach is a small portion of your entire abdominal region. So really, tummy's okay.
I guess I don't know. There reached a point in my life where I guess if I'm going
in a
to
professional setting,
right.
you would never say, "Sorry, boss, I can't come in. I have a tummy ache."
Or just someone like when somebody's like, "Man, my stomach is killing me," be like, "Oh, does your tummy hurt?" Like, I've never said those words to someone else before.
I have blended the gap and called it a stummy.
A stummy.
That's 10 times worse than either one.
That's why I said it.
I appreciate your commitment to trying to bridge that gap. I mean, it's a true artificer form, you know. Maybe it's not the right answer, but it'll get us there eventually, right? Like,
2 wrong answers might make a right.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
All right.
Well, now that the episode has been titled and we've all firmly established our stance on tummy versus stomach, we can get started on the fun facts. And the question for tonight is, out of this group, who would you like slate with having a bad tummy ache? So like, one of you in the group has to have a tummy ache, like a bad tummy ache, but you have to decide who it is. So whether it's through lesser evil or just chance, or like, just tell me how you came to that conclusion and who in the party should get a tummy ache if it has to be one of you. Does anybody want to be brave and start?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, Kobe, tell us Detective Easter's pick.
Yeah, usually it's the first thing you're going to assume it's the elf. But Tyrell is a drow. And so he gets a couple street cred points for that. So I'm going to have to go with the person not from this planet most likely to get a tummy ache on this planet, you know. So, Sailor Sun.
Is it most likely to get one, or whom you wish to have one?
Who you are picking to have one. You have to pick one of your group.
Oh, well, I would pick Sailor Sun because they would be the most likely to get one. That's why I would pick them.
There you go.
It would make sense.
Perfectly good reasoning. So
it'd be perfect. I get a tummy ache, so that way I could go to bed and wake up at 4 a.m. for the airport.
so Sailor Sun couldn't, because Sailor Sun would be most likely to get a tummy ache. She wouldn't suspect that someone had tempted fate and forced this tummy ache upon her.
Yep, story checks out.
Ian, we're gonna just go straight to you then with Sailor Sun and Soul. If you had to make the choice, who's gonna get the tummy ache in the group?
To me, it's Tyrell.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
And that's mainly because I think he'd be the only one that we would ever know for sure whether he had a tummy ache.
That's so true.
You'd see him like in the corner act like Tina from Bob's Burgers and just go, "Oh," and that would be it. And he'd be like, "Hey, Tara, are you okay?" Yeah. And that would be it. So
just be really...
It wouldn't really offset our party at all, other than, yeah, exactly.
Just be easygoing for everybody. Wouldn't have to slow anybody down. He'd just take it
eventually
silently.
It would just go away for Tyrell, and then we'd be like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, I was dying inside." Like 2 days later.
He'd be like a cat in the background, just throw up real fast.
Got a real bad fur ball, hacks it up, moves on. Yeah, I could see.
Like, you good? Yeah. Okay.
Jared, can you speak to that? Can you speak to Tyrell's? Is that what Tyrell would do? And then by proxy, what your choice would be?
Yeah, quite literally, my choice was to be myself because with my history of stomach issues, I feel like I'm pretty used to it, and I could take that for the team, and I would just take it. And to Sailor Sun Soul's comments, I think pretty much, yeah, I just keep going. Maybe a little bit of outwards complaining, but nothing specific. Yeah.
Do you think you'd use the term stummy?
Totally.
With zero explanation given to the group of what a stummy is.
Yeah, no one would ask because they don't want to know.
My stomach hurts, and somebody would be like,
Yes.
I guess I don't know drow anatomy as well as I thought I did.
Did none of you ever call it a stummy? Am
No.
I just being weird?
That is weird.
I've definitely called it a stummy multiple times in my life.
Outwardly to other people, like people at work. Like,
Yeah. At Walmart? Yeah. Is that what you said?
At work, not at Walmart. Walmart, that would actually kind of make sense. Somebody would just be like,
In line.
yes, I'm nut job.
Dragon's
Yeah.
stomach hurts.
I've
And
definitely been at the
Jared's
grocery
file at
store
work.
and buying Pepto-Bismol. I'm like, yeah, bro, my stomach is not feeling well.
I
I just say
just-
stomach all the time. I don't know.
I just picture like your HR file says, July 26th, Jared left home early. Quote, his stomach hurt.
Not sure what this meant. Didn't ask. Let him go.
I know these fun facts are meant for us to learn about your characters, but I do appreciate sometimes that I learn things about you guys. So this is amazing.
I feel like I've learned so much about Jared and these
Yeah,
Yeah.
like eating foam packing peanuts. No idea. Never knew that story. Known you
Ruined my
forever.
stomach forever. Yeah.
Never knew. Yeah. I'm glad this dragon turtle and you guys getting eaten by it could bring these fun facts out. So, Cameron, you're the only one left. What's Stoney's pick?
Hands down, Detective Easter. So, 99% of the time we get to see him in this like stoic, figure. He can pretty much put down any food. We got to see a little bit of taste of a different personality when he assumed his life was over on the ship. So I think a very like feral looking, sad, upset stomach Detective Easter would be funny. We'd have to take care of him a little bit, and he'd have to be vulnerable to us. I think that would be
Maybe
funny
break
situation.
down some of his scaly walls and
yep.
expose the soft, nuggety, gooey center.
Yeah, he'd have to accept our help, and
Do you think there is a soft, chewy center to Detective Easter?
I mean, if there is, I think it's laced with peanuts and
I think we saw it with the donkeys.
Yeah. What do you? Not to go down this rabbit hole too much, but what do you think it was about the donkeys that made,
I think it was a thing of proximity.
Mhm.
They were near. They're kind of vulnerable too. So he was already vulnerable. So something maybe even more so. He was drawn to them to be their protector, even in his vulnerable state.
Interesting. Who would have thought conversations about stummies would lead to psychoanalytics of D&D characters? But here we are.
Hey, they say the stomach is like your second brain.
Well, I will stream the screen for you guys.
Yeah.
Can I record
Ooh.
your sound effects, Ian, and just replace them with all the ones on my computer?
Of course, yes. Finally, I can
For a fee.
live my dream as being a voice actor.
There you go. Well, Jared said it right. He didn't even hesitate. He's like, for a fee, yeah.
My favorite of the voice actors is always the guy from Spaceballs.
Oh, yes.
When he does all the little sounds in the movie. I
Michael
think that's
Winslow?
hilarious.
Michael Winslow.
Is that who
indeed.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, he's pretty famous. Of the time.
In Police Academy too.
Yeah, I saw him on Donkey once. I had no
And Police
idea
Academy
who he
4.
was, and then I saw him on the Donkey video, and I was like, yeah, okay, this guy must be famous.
And he was
Oh, yeah.
on Tosh.0 for off and on episodes.
Well, guys, tonight we're not going to play D&D. We're just going to talk about Mike Winslow for
Perfect.
the
No!
remainder of our time. So
No.
break out your
I had to
Wikipedia
Google him,
pages
but-
and fun facts, because
Someone's watching this and responds like, "You guys took a really weird turn this episode."
I swear to God, if Michael Winslow comments on this YouTube video,
I think he has
shit.
better things to do. But
What if we tag him in it? Be
well,
like, what the hell is
if you
this?
guys RP'd a little bit more, maybe Michael Winslow would be drawn to you know, the character voices and stuff. But
Yeah, guys.
yeah, Tyrell, yeah.
chop chop, cut
Shut
cut
your
to it.
mouth, Tino.
you
This
know?
is gonna be the biggest RP episode you've ever seen.
Really, your character is
really?
going to suddenly develop a accent and a personality adjacent to your own.
Not an accident. I've
Oh,
got a
okay.
pretty decent, loud, outgoing personality as my character, I think.
Yeah, Stony is different. I will admit. I feel Stony is different.
Then Ranger Steve or then Cameron?
Than Ranger Steve.
Ranger Steve.
Oh, okay. That's why I called you Ranger Steve last time, because I believe it to be true.
Okay, back to the episode.
Okay, yeah, let's not spend too much time on this. We're gonna move on. But yeah, last time, catching you guys up, because you already know, fought a megapede. Happened to cut into multiple pieces as you chopped it into smaller pieces. Found some treasure, got some acid spray on you. Tyrell finished the capsule, the vessel, which I don't think has a name yet, but
Nebuchadnezzar.
the Nebuchadnezzar, that's right, it does have a name, I remember now. But yeah, you guys are essentially planning your escape from the dragon turtle. I'm not quite sure what that plan is going to be just yet, but you are currently in the heart, the cardiovascular chamber. You've made your way around probably 75% of this room, but there's still a little bit yet to be discovered. You knew you were on your way to the ship where there was potentially a donkey, the little dinghy, the donkey dinghy. But before you get there, you're going to have to make a decision how you're going to go about getting there, because you got some options. You can go high, you can go low, you can climb. But you will need to make a decision. Okay, you just climbing straight up?
Up the direction that way.
Should we use the craft to sail across safely?
Then we got stuff to look at first. The craft isn't over here, is it?
That's around the corner.
I
Not
believe it's
your
around
craft.
the bend.
The Nebuchadnezzar.
I thought Tyrell sailed his way all the way here.
The Nebuchadnezzar's up the canal still. So he
Gotcha. So I haven't even seen it. Okay, good.
Right. He finished the ship, made his way around, caught up to you guys eventually. So nobody's seen the Nebuchadnezzar as of yet. No.
Perfect. I'm going to follow Stony.
Okay. So you guys make your way. Is everybody following suit here?
Yeah. Oh, do we need the donkey, guys?
We're going after the little ship thing.
We should try to save as many people as we can, including animals.
Okay, so you guys crest to the ridge here, and you do indeed see the dinghy as the donkey sort of rears back and kicks one of the rust monsters, and it just flies off into the stomach acid and pops and explodes and fizzles in a giant steam cloud. And you see the Kuatoa fighting back to back with the donkey as the rust monster lunges at the Kuatoa, and the Kuatoa sort of grabs it by its two like mandibles, and it's like wrestling and trying to stay on its feet as it backpedals, trips over the rope, and both the Kuatoa and the rust monster fall backwards into the stomach acid, leaving just the lone donkey on the dinghy.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
we
guess.
lied. We need the donkey.
Donkey!
I'll go down there.
Okay. You guys approach the donkey. And the donkey says, "Howdy."
Oh. Wasn't expecting this.
Well, you guys sure did take a wrong turn to Tahiti.
He says, "My name's John Marston."
Plagiarism.
Mr. Marston, it is Nice to make your acquaintance officially.
What brings you fellers down here?
Stupidity.
Sorry,
What did you
who?
say? Stupidity?
Yes. Stupidity.
I thought you said Sue Kennedy. I was like, I didn't know a lady by that name. But stupidity, it's the end of us all.
I'm sorry, are we talking to a donkey?
Why, yes, do you have a problem with donkeys? You're awful rude. I offered you my name, John Marston, but what's yours?
Are you talking to us right now? Is it?
Yes, have you never seen a talking donkey before?
Well, your mouth's not moving, so no, I'm very confused. Or is this like
you look rather pale and unemotional as well.
Yeah, thank you. No, pleasure to meet you. I just very taken aback, actually.
In a land of magical creatures and wild things, a talking donkey is something that gives you pause.
Now that I think about it, no.
Glad I could put things into perspective for you, partner.
Yeah.
So
what are you doing here?
surviving at the moment, but I and my Kuato companion, which just so unfortunately perished, had secured this vessel to potentially escape this dragon turtle.
Oh, you're wishing to escape. Hey.
I do not wish to stay here now.
What you know is a Kuatoa?
The Kuato fishy thing? Why, he told me.
You can speak Undercommon?
Why, yes.
What else can you speak?
I am a highly cultural donkey myself. I speak at least 14 different languages.
Could those other donkeys that you were with do the same, or have you been down here a while?
The other donkeys that just so happened to be on my raft, I cannot say were quite as educated as myself. But I also have not seen any of them since we entered the bowels of this creature.
Yeah, we haven't seen any either.
Well, I'm sad to inform you that one of them was taken by a beast inside here. I saw it with my own eyes.
A beast,
I
you
am
say?
Tandraka Easter. You may call me Detective Easter.
Pleasure to meet you, Detective Easter. Which
Yes,
one of
some sort of
y'all
a
is the leader
beast.
of this band of misfits?
That's the drow over there. He's our leader.
The rude one.
Yep.
For clarification, I do belong to another clan, but I am stuck with these misfits here. They go by the Zoo Warriors Electric Boogaloo 2.
No,
Well,
we don't.
there clearly seems to be some sort of strange dynamic between all of you, but I'm glad to see you here. Maybe
I'm most senior in the group, so yeah, it just kind of works out that way.
He makes split decisions quite often, so we chose him as our leader.
I see. Well, do y'all have a plan to get out of this predicament?
Well, before we reveal ours, do you have a plan?
I believe I've already told you my plan, sir. We are gonna commandeer this ship here and make our way out.
What's the ship made of?
Why, wood and barrels.
Any other magical properties?
None whatsoever.
And do you think it'll uphold the pure acidic content of the acid?
I made it down
resides
here
in
on
the
this vessel. I
bowels?
think it will be just fine to make it out.
Can I take a look at, like, I'm asking DM, can I look at the boat and see if there's any, like, burn marks or, like, decaying?
Oh yeah, it's in a similar condition to the boats that were being actively decomposed by the rust monsters and the stomach acid out before. This one does seem to be spared some of that. It kind of like got brushed up on the shore, so it's not actively sitting in the stomach acid. But yeah, it's worse for wear. It's not the dinghy that it was before it got swallowed by a dragon turtle, but it's serviceable.
Or is it just you? I know I've been hearing something about other donkeys or other creatures like it.
I did not see any of my other compatriots. I do not think they were as fortunate. It is just me.
Okay. You know what, pal? Don't know what it is, but I like you. I think we can help you out.
That would be mighty fine of you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I see you're quite the a mule.
Do you have any iron on you?
Yeah. Do you
John
have any? You carry any goods?
Oh, is this a shakedown?
No.
Oh, no.
The creatures that attacked you, they are looking for iron. If you have any, they will go for it immediately.
Ah, yes, the rust monsters. I have heard many a thing about these creatures. They tend to be attracted to such metals. I am afraid I do have a chest of precious metals that I wish to return to the surface. So, while it is locked in a wooden chest, that is why the rust monsters have been drawn to me. But I'm afraid I cannot part ways with this treasure.
Understandable. As long as you are with us, we will do our part to protect you.
Greatly appreciated. A donkey on his own is no donkey at all.
Just have so many questions, but we can get to that at another time.
You look like you could easily carry a gnome, but I would be much too large to ride you. Just an observation.
I only allow my bestest of friends to ride upon my back.
So what do you think? We should give this little boat a go, or?
Unless y'all have another plan of...
you could do with this boat, perhaps? The drow there is an artificer.
Yeah, I'm totally kidding. This boat will not work. But it seems our buddy here, he's created something that can help us get around.
If you have a far superior vessel, by all means, I would love to see it.
Well, and I kind of look at my hand. I don't know about far superior, but we could take a look. See,
please, do not be modest. I'm a humble donkey.
All right, your points are going up in my book, donkey. What did you say your name was?
John Marston.
Did you choose that name, or is this like?
It's a given name.
Yeah. Okay. John, that'll work.
But
John.
we are all given our names. We may take a name later in our life, but...
Ooh, that sounds like experience.
Poetry.
You heard anybody taking names?
It is a poem, good
Well,
sir.
down here we're taking names and kicking ass.
Okay, well...
technically, that's Easter's job, yeah.
So you are the
We're not
brute.
kicking.
Sometimes I take down their names after I kick their ass for my logbook.
Please,
We're kicking certain asses. We're not going to kick your ass.
Thank you, sir. And your name is...
Good clarification.
I do say I was starting to sweat there a bit.
Yeah. Slip of the tongue by my friend over here. Yeah, we're not kicking all asses in the area. Just certain.
I was starting to think you maybe killed my friends. That would have been real bad.
Never. We've been trying to save every donkey and Kuatoa that has come our way.
Did you run into those nice mushroom fellas?
Nice.
Yeah,
they did not seem so nice to us.
Oh, well, that's a crying shame. They were real nice to me. I wouldn't have made it this far without them.
That we had to push through them to continue our quest to get out of here. Communications did not go well.
Oh, I see. Well, sometimes you had to make the hard decision.
Well, that's all right. I say we take John, the language donkey, with us. Let's partner up and let's head on over to the Nebuchadnezzar.
I do say there is a rather troublesome thing upon the ridge behind you there, Tyrell.
Just me?
Well, it's in your direction. I'm merely giving you a place, sideline. But if you look up on the ridge behind you there...
Good eye look, guys.
What?
They're saying nothing. I don't know. Should I look? I don't know.
You
if
can
I'll
all
look.
see behind him. He's saying if he doesn't know if he wants to look behind him.
So, well, Jared's saying, should I look? We're all looking at this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm closing my eyes.
So on that ridge up there behind you, there is quite a terrifying little megapede. I imagine you've had your fair share of these if you've made it this far so far.
That is what took your fellow donkey.
Ah, yes, well. That one up there has been feasting on some treasure, I do believe. I have no need for the treasure, but in my time in this room, I have gathered that worm is somehow causing unease to the dragon turtle. Would we might, or do you think we may alleviate this stomach pest for the dragon turtle?
Well, yeah, pretty easy. I do have a question though. So you don't have need for money, but you have need for precious metals?
The metals I carry are of a sentimental value.
Is it from your
Priceless
owner,
in
John Marston?
their own right. From my owner? No. I am my own owner. I am no man's slave.
Okay, well, let's go do it. Let's go take care of this thing.
Really?
Yes, but before
Truly?
we go, have you met Sailor Sun?
Hello.
No, I was waiting for this introduction.
I was just in awe that you seem so content and well doing okay down here. Threw me off.
My great-grandpappy always said, you just take life one hoof at a time.
And have you met Soul? And I left some dust into Sailor Sun's face.
Salutations, soul.
Talking something.
Are you the better half?
Better what? Better. Oh. Someone sneeze on me.
Someone sneeze on you?
I don't know. What's going on? Where are we?
We are in the bowels of a dragon turtle.
Yeah, you were here before, but we were in a different area.
That's what I mean. Where are we right now? There is a talking animal in front of us.
Well, this is the chamber of the heart of the dragon turtle. We were just about to go up onto that ridge up there, and your friends were going to sacrifice their lives to fight a giant megapede.
I don't want to be here for that.
Well,
It was nice to meet you.
I myself am not much of a fighter. I would prefer to keep my distance, so it's not right of me to ask you guys to kill such a beast when it may endanger your lives, but merely thought it food for thought. So if we'd like to go right now, leave the treasure behind, I'm more than happy to do so.
I'm gonna look at the guys. I'm gonna say, seems like you guys got this. I'll talk to you later. And I'm gonna pick up dust off the ground and make myself sneeze. Achoo!
Is this the first time that we've seen
Yes.
Soul make that decision?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm a little bit shocked, and I kind of step back a little bit, just puzzled.
Just too overwhelmed.
Clearly your lesser half did not like the idea of fighting such a creature.
No. And also, when we go long periods of time, too much has occurred. It can be very difficult to understand. So, I get it.
I'm thinking that perhaps the sides are competing against each other. Maybe Soul has been Sailor Sun for too long, and Sailor Sun just wants to stay out, like kind of like the Hulk and Bruce Banner. So I'm getting a little bit concerned about this.
Soul is never truly meant to be split in two, which is why I'm here to learn something.
I confess I am too a bit concerned about my present company. I do have admiration and respect for y'all, but I am puzzled as to why you thought a talking donkey was strange when You yourselves are quite the oddity.
I am your
mean-
standard dragonborn of the Tundraka clan.
I only know 2 languages.
Yeah, I mean,
Are
mean,
we merely
to be
listing fun
frank-
facts? I am confused.
well, we've got 4 different races of people here, and
I
all
know
of us
4
are astounded.
languages.
And I know 16 or 14.
You know so many you can't even keep count. It's incredible.
It is incredible.
All right, let's go take down the treasure worm. I can't remember.
You
what
heard
exactly.
Tyrell? Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Ah, yes,
Got
the
the lead,
treasure
Tyrell.
worm.
Go team.
Lead the way.
Take the lead.
Okay, I
Leader.
will lead the way.
Yes, you will.
No, Tyrell's gonna lead.
No.
Let Tyrell-
You've seen how wolves work. The leaders
I'm
in the
just-
back. I was
I'm
not
just
self-appointed. I was.
Tyrell was not going to.
I
I
can see you
No.
are a well-oiled machine. This group
Very much.
has
Yeah, it
no hesitation
It
whatsoever.
appears a little unorthodox, but we have our methods. We wouldn't be here
before-
without them.
While everyone's walking off in front of me, do I see anything that of value or anything on this?
The ship? The dinghy?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, how heavy
On
is
the
the anchor?
donkey.
How heavy is the anchor?
It's heavy. I mean, it stops the dinghy, so I mean, I'd
How
say
many gnomes?
gnomes is a unit of measurement, not a unit of like or distance, not a unit of weight.
What if it was both?
Well, that'd be a pretty confusing unit of measurement, but
Be fun.
Hey, Detective Easter, can your Echo hold a rope?
What's wrong with my
No.
rope?
No, it cannot hold a rope.
this one appears to have an idea. Please do share
I
with
do.
the rest of the group.
Well, I don't want the DM to know what I'm doing.
Who is the DM?
The direct
So-
The great overlord of the sky.
Just kidding. So
I'm
I
not
think
one
we could
to.
maybe be, if we get close enough to this guy up there, maybe we could wrap the rope around him, and then we can throw the anchor off into the acid.
Oh, I love that idea.
Well, that sounds just like a crazy enough plan that might work. Do I need to be used as a distraction or a means to secure the rope to the millipede?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way that you could skip a beat with your Echo to get, one of those. Throw a rope to the Echo, switch places, grab the rope, tie, back out.
The Echo would not be able to catch the rope. I can switch
You
places
switch-
and myself
Right.
catch the rope.
I throw the rope next to it, next to the beast, and you switch with the Echo, because then you'll be next to the beast. Tie it.
Not to rain on
That
your
might just-
parade, but that megapede up there does seem rather large. I'm not sure the anchor would slow him down much.
Well, we fought a fire giants earlier and won.
Well, I'm not one to question, aside from obviously this moment itself. But I just thought I would put in my 2 cents.
Okay.
Well said. Well, we can try to anchor him down with that rope. It may not toss him into the acid, but it might just slow him down. I like the plan. Tell us, how do you want us to execute your plan?
No, let's not do the plan. It sounds like it won't work. He's pretty big up there. So, let's just fight him. No, let's just do it.
Okay.
Fight him.
Plan B, Sailor Sun. Any ideas?
I was trying to think, but fighting does sound like the best course if we have to go through him.
Also, don't want the DM in the sky to hear. What if we modified the plan here a bit? Like, we're gonna probably need to fight him a little bit to get him, occupied and looking at us. But is there a way that, say, somebody who's not good at fighting, could plan to rig up like a portion of the, I'm gonna say rock, even though it's not exactly rock, but it's rock to like. And try to work on destabilizing something so that if you can get him into an area around a rock and then we release the anchor to fall down, then he falls down with the flooring into the.
I agree, Tyrell. Seeing as I am the worst with fighting, I guess I will work on the rock while you distract him.
Uh, maybe we should rethink that part, but yeah.
I am only joking. Of course, I shall go and do my part and distract and fight.
Okay, good. Yeah, you are the fighter. Even that laugh scared me. Yeah, you're strong. Okay.
Please forgive me. What is the plan?
You're gonna use your charisma, on the worm.
You want me to talk to the Megapede?
See if you can just talk him off the ledge first, while the rest of us
I
prepare.
thought the plan was for us just to fight him and you would destabilize the culture around.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's plan A. Let's do that.
Donkey, you keep yourself safe. You've lost too many friends.
I believe I will remain at a safe vantage point, but if you need any assistance or a break in the fight, please don't hesitate
John, I'm really
to ask.
John, I'm hoping maybe you and I can tackle this anchor and rope here.
I am quite proficient at carrying any number of things. An anchor would be nothing I hadn't handled before.
Perfection. All right. Well, we're gonna get to work on that while these guys do their, their trio of excellent fighting, spectacular.
The donkey and the drow. I can see it now.
Just saying, Tyrell, if you're gonna back out, at least have better words to describe us. Jeez.
All right, I'll work on that. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I have an idea.
New supervisor here. I apologize.
Taylor, Son, and Stony, why don't you both prepare a ranged attack against this beast, and I will work myself in close and get up there with my echo and distract it while you both launch a ranged attack, and then we shall just improvise from there.
My range attack is pretty limited, but ranged enough.
We'll get you close enough.
You can do 120 feet, my boy.
Yeah, I can just throw my trident. That's about as ranged as I get.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. Let's go for it. I'll try to make my way towards the middle and echo up there to distract the beast.
Okay.
And there's a good chance you guys will see my penis, because I'm pretty close to losing my clothes. And I don't want you to be shocked about how large it is.
Same with my breasticles.
Don't hesitate if you see it. All right, hands in.
Get that fourth arm out of there.
I put my hand in.
I put mine on top.
Put my hand in.
Tyrell, do you see them doing a secret handshake without us? We've already been replaced.
Oh no, that's their thing. That's okay. We'll have our thing.
Hell yeah.
All right, bangarang on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bangarang.
Bangarang.
Do I hear Skrillex playing in the background?
Oh my god!
I've actually never done one of those before, so I didn't know what we were supposed to be doing, but I got really excited.
You hesitated and said it really late, really loud.
I almost wanted to turn the Megapede's attention to you guys when you did that, but
Easter was a little bit out of his element and flustered. That's not something that Tundrock have ever done, so.
Okay, so
All right, I'm gonna yell Eldritch Blast.
From here for no reason.
I'm gonna make my way downtown.
So your plan is to go down low, like down here, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I just want to get to where I can push my echo up there, and that'll be my initial distraction. Is the echo will be up there. So.
Okay, so Detective Easter's down here.
Yep.
You're doing the same, Stony?
But like 10 feet behind. Yep, kind of in that. Yep.
Soul, you said you were going high?
Yep.
I'm gonna put my shield above my head.
Like how high are we talking?
Perfect.
Great. Okay. The Megapede is currently, from your vantage point, feasting on the trove of gold. Like this steam vent that pops up, much like the other ones. This Megapede is in fact bigger than the last one you guys encountered. It's got itself like wrapped around the steam vent for warmth, and it is also wrapped like around the treasure. So there's not a single like portion of the treasure that's not covered by a body part of the megapede, and it is also wrapped around the steam vent at least twice.
I'm gonna put on my costume.
The Kool-Aid Man
So
costume.
I'm still gonna have my my full normal get up on. Make sure that my silver sword is in its scabbard, protected, just knowing what this thing can do. But yeah, I'm gonna wear my Kool-Aid outfit on top of everything else.
Okay. Tyrell, what do you and John want to do?
Well, we need to scout a little bit to see, like, I guess with our eyes, not like moving around too much.
Sure.
Try to see. We need to see with our plan. To be honest, I didn't get to see the last. I keep forgetting what it's. I thought I heard millipede. That's not the name of what this thing
Megapede.
is. Megapede. I don't like. How much do I know? Any ideas like how much it's gonna move around? Because we need to get it out to like almost a something protruding out over the.
Yeah, it's
end
drawn to the
chamber.
treasure. Much like the rust monsters, this thing seems to be drawn to warmth, and it seems to be drawn to is it non-phosphorus? I can't remember. Ferrous. Whatever it is, just metals in general.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe you
Yep.
should grab that anchor.
Well, that'd be a plan, but I got another thought now. But okay. So, do we see any type of potential slight edge that he may, if we were able to lure him just a slight bit?
I mean, are you talking like there's no like protruding one, at least in the cove where it's at. No. The
True.
closest thing you're gonna get is kind of where your ship is now, to a protruding edge. But yeah, I mean.
Okay. Before the guys get there, can I text Kobe? Or I mean, text Detective Easter.
Was this a plan that you and Detective Easter made before?
No.
He has a sending stone, so he could.
He
text
does
me.
have a sending stone. That's fine.
That's what I meant by it. It was supposed to be funny.
Okay. That's fine. If this needs to happen before combat.
I think so. Hey, Winky Face.
Yeah, I'm ready for combat. I don't pull up messages in combat, so.
Oh my god.
Well, because sending stones, they talk out loud, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't
Okay.
want to give my position away, so I leave it in my pocket. I just know that it vibrated to let me know that I got a message on hold.
You had it on silent. It whispers in your ear.
Okay, good.
Oh, if it whispers, how about he doesn't have to answer, but if he gets a whisper, so he may hear it. My message would actually not just be "Hey, Winky Face," but after that, I would say, if you have an ability to lure Senor Megapede over towards this boat, make it happen. And that's all I say.
Okay, I get the message. Ranger Steve. So wait, sorry, that's not even you. I got so confused over here. Stony.
Wow, yeah. I really wish I could meet this Ranger Steve. You guys talk about him.
Yes. Well, the last time I was in a costume, Ranger Steve was also in a costume. That's what got me thinking about it. But anyways, Tyrell wants to lure the thing over towards him. I think so he can attack it and have all the praise and glory. What do you say?
I mean, I think it's a good idea. He's really strong, and he fights like a bunch, and he does a lot with
Can
fighting.
you throw your voice, or perhaps do hand gestures over to Sailor Sun to convey the message?
Yeah, I can try. Let's see what happens. So, okay. All right, I'm gonna look over to Tyrell. Can he see me? Wave my hands up.
Tyrell can kind of see you, but Sailor Sun can't.
I'm looking at Tyrell.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. And I'm just gonna do a Coach Thompson baseball. just
Just hand
really
signals.
convoluted.
Just
Just
like
hand signals and up down the arm, behind the ear. You know, just
sure.
Yep.
Tyrell, go ahead and give me well, you know that you sent a sending stone thing to Detective Eastern. While you don't understand the hand gestures that Stoney's making, you gather that they got your message.
Okay, like I'm gonna be extra confident, like maybe more than I probably should be. Like, oh yeah, they totally got it. And I tell John like, this plan's gonna work.
I'm very excited to see this go through.
That's good. It unfortunately will mean the death of the ship you were hoping to use to get out of here. But like I said, I totally promise we have a great one back at the round the bend. Yeah.
I believe you. If this ship's sacrifice can help us overcome the Megapede, I'm more than willing to part ways with it.
Very good.
Okay. So, how you guys...
Awesome. I'm going to produce my echo up behind this.
Okay. Where is...
Oh, and just an interjection. I know, I don't imagine, unless there's like some crazy range shit going on, that I'd be in combat, but I do have some preparatory plans I'd like to do with and around the ship, just along the combat, if there's time and stuff.
Preparation? Okay. Sure.
Before we distract it with the echo, does it see the echo yet?
No.
Okay. Can I see Soul?
No.
Sailor Moon? Can Detective Easter see Sailor Moon?
None of you guys can
Sailor
see
Sun.
Sailor Sun.
Nobody's gotten any names right since Christian started. Before with like Ranger Steve, we've gotten every name right. Every name wrong so far.
Kobe always talking about moon magic.
Sailor Sun's from the moon.
Well, I'd hate for her to be in the line of movement
I'm assuming that you communicated correctly to Sailor Sun like I asked. I saw your hand movements. I think that we're probably good.
I was talking to Tyrell, not Sailor Sun.
Were
you telling me to talk to Sailor Sun?
That's why I asked you
earlier.
I was like, Tyrell can see you, but Sailor Sun can't.
Okay. Well. So yeah, I don't think Sailor Sun knows the plan.
Perhaps her moon wisdom will guide her.
Hold on, I gotta go deal with my Duke.
She has to go deal with her Duke.
So, you cast your echo up onto the ledge. The Megapede is very focused on consuming the gold contained around the steam vent here.
Awesome.
Do we have to kill this thing, or can we just go by?
I want to position the echo between the ship and I just want to, and I guess line them up on the edge where I can come close, but kind of like in the eyesight. So if the it was like that, you could see the ship. Yeah, and then and then I want to punch it. I want to walk up and punch it while I'm in that line of sight.
Okay. Yeah, while you guys, while Detective Easter, you can see the Megapede and it is very distracted. You go up and you hit the Megapede. Give me a D20 roll.
Uh, 22.
Okay. That hits, and we'll start initiative.
Okay. I'm going to roll for damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Total damage here is... Let's go with 11 fire damage.
Okay. Oh, let's see. I will roll for the Megapede. See where it fits in the initiative. Wow.
I got an 8.
Okay.
13.
Oh, am I supposed to roll?
D20 for initiative. Tyrell, you too.
Get that D20. D20.
Girl got 7.
12.
Awful tight little cluster there. Okay. So who had 13?
Downey.
Sailor Sun had 12. Who had 8? Tyrell?
Detective Easter.
Detective Easter. And Tyrell was 7.
Slevin.
Slevin. Okay, so initiative is going to go Stony, Sailor Sun, Detective Easter, Tyrell. Stony, you're up first. What you gonna do?
Yet. Because the idea is to get it back there. I'm going to throw my rope in a circle pattern.
Okay.
Up, not on the level closest to me, but the next level up. So the level pretty equal with where the echo's at, up on the ridge.
Okay. Like here? Like equal with you. What do you mean? Like
Equal with the echo. Yeah. So that same level. I was thinking of more on the ridge. For getting it towards
like here kind of thing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then just kind of getting a nice hunkered position with my shield up, ready for action.
All right. Sailor Sun, you're up. From where you are standing, you've seen the Echo attack the Megapede, but you're not privy to the plan at hand.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my armor. I'm gonna drink a little thing of water.
Okay.
Put my armor of Agathes on.
Mm-hmm.
Just protective magical force, keep me safe.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast, which gives me 2 shots that I can take at it from 120 feet.
Okay. You're within range.
So they both hit. Now it just determines. Oh well. Hit the first one is 4.
Okay.
And the second one, is 9.
Okay. Neither of those are gonna do max damage, so
That's not good.
yeah. But you are gonna hit because it's Eldritch Blast. So those die rolls you did were your ranged spell casting, your D20 rolls. You got a 4 and a 9, right?
Those are
That's-
his damage rolls, I think.
Damage rolls.
Oh, okay. Well, Eldritch Blast always hits, but your D20 is what you roll to see if it's gonna be. So you'll need to roll the D20 twice because it's shooting 2 beams, and if it breaks the armor class, that determines if it did the full damage or the half damage.
Alright, well, I just rolled D20 first time. The first one was 14.
Okay, doesn't beat it that time.
Second one was 17.
And the second one does. So you're at least you got 1 full attack and you got 1 half attack. So I'll let you re-roll your damage.
Yeah, so the half attack, I did 3. So it's like 1.5.
Okay.
And then the full one, oh, sweet, 10.
Okay. So 13 in total.
Ah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, your arcs of energy crackle out across the room and strike the centipede sort of in its back like carapace, just barely missing the echo of Detective Easter. And Detective Easter, it is your turn.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm going to punch it again.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Damn. Your echo swings, misses, and stabs itself and pops.
Dissipates. Okay. Then I will use my bonus action to cast a new echo.
Okay.
This turn.
New echo.
It is a little bit different in combat. I know normally I could just cast and switch
Mhm.
places, but my bonus action does mean something for the echo in combat. So yeah, I'm gonna try to punch again.
Okay.
And a 20.
They're
After
quite
the one Cameron
polarizing.
was right. I roll really poorly or really good. So
All right, double damage.
okay, well that first one's not great. And the second one. So the first one is an 8 and the second one is a 13. Sorry, the first one is a 6 and the second one is an 11. I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. So 6 and 11 is what I got. So 17 fire damage.
Okay.
Now I'm going to punch again for my
Okay.
third attack. I have a unnatural 20.
All right. Breaks.
Okay. 8 damage
Okay.
of fire. Now for my movement, I am going to position the echo out over the edge a little bit, but towards the boat.
Okay.
But I want to keep it within like my normal distance, so it's not going to dissipate if I can. But yeah, I'm gonna move it out over the edge.
Like
Just in
here kind of thing?
Sure, something like that, but so that way it just looks like, hey, this is the line sight of this is the creature that attacked you, kind of floating out in the distance,
Okay.
and that it can see the ship right behind
I gotcha.
the creature. And my reaction is going to be, once it sees me,
Mm-hmm.
my reaction is going to be to dissipate the echo.
Okay.
So that's the end of my turn.
Tyrell. What are you prepping over here?
First, I guess just a quick investigation of the rock formation under us. Like, is it looking pretty stout and sturdy?
Yeah, definitely.
So then, is it sloped at all?
Not like. No, not really. I mean, it's pretty flat. It's indistinguishable if you know.
Then what we need to work on first is kind of breaking away some of the foundation under the boat, so that if we can. So the idea is to tie the anchor to the boat in such a way that we can get this with, ideally if they're able to lure the megapede over here and it lands on the boat, then we can release an anchor to have some gravity force. Like I'd like to actually mount the anchor up high,
Okay.
and then have a release at a perfect timing so that it falls down and then pulls the boat. But it needs to have some kind of angle or loosened ground to ensure that the strong pull with how big the megapede is, that it would actually fall.
Mm-hmm. So you're looking to have the anchor fall and break away parts of the boat that would then cause it to slip off the platform with the megapede on it and into the stomach acid?
Maybe
The whole boat with boat with millipede on it.
Yeah, I'd say more like trying to, if there's any way we can get the boat kind of rickety on like a rickety platform anyways.
You're saying you're going to try and push the boat precariously on the edge, so when most
No, we
of
could do that. Yeah, I'd like to try that. That might be the best option.
Okay. So you and John are going to try and push the boat closer to the edge, the dinghy.
He must be strong as an ox, right?
As strong as a donkey, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll roll strength for the donkey if you roll strength for Tyrell.
Oh shit. I'll try once.
Donkey rolled 15.
That's a 7 for Tyrell.
Okay. I mean, you guys hit the requirement to budget. I'd
Really?
say, really, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say you got the dinghy. Do. At least, you know, where you got it where you wanted it. You got it where you wanted it. Like it's more.
All the way?
I mean,
Oh wow.
it's a good push. It's a slow one, but it is a dinghy. It's not out of the question. You know, it's
Okay.
a big one, but yeah, the
Yeah,
donkey.
that covers part 1. We have 3 parts, I think.
The
so
donkey,
that
you can
works.
tell, is doing the heavy lifting, but it did it. It's got it. So it's more precariously perched on the edge now. Yes.
Cool. Alright.
You still got another action if you want to move or something.
I'd say prepping donkey with the anchor, because we need to work on moving up.
Okay. So John.
Or maybe not up. Wait a minute. Like if we want to like, if we have it in such a fashion, yeah, up's not gonna make sense. If we like that corner there, that's just past the boat. Like,
This.
If we had something I need to craft something to hold the anchor there until we can do a quick release, so that it falls down and is extra to try to pull the boat.
Well, I know somebody has a magic rope, but I'll let you figure out the logistics of
Yeah,
that, and
I'll
we'll
work on
say that John
Yeah.
is ready to help and would assist in making sure that happens.
Can I be in place of John right now and tell him how to do it?
No, because you're across the room.
I'll be John for a second.
Only if you do an accent.
Which accent?
The whatever John Marston
One that
accent
sounds
that
like
you
John Marston.
think
from
I've
Red Dead
been.
Redemption.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to. It just has to sound like the accent that I've been doing for him. So you can. I'll let you role play as the John Marston the donkey, but you gotta do the accent like I was doing. Are you thinking of how to do it, or are you thinking if you're going to
Yeah.
do the accent or not?
No, I'm really bad at accents unless I hear it for like 2-3 words. I lose all confidence unless I hear it first.
I want to give you the opportunity, man. You
I know,
promoted this. You said
I
the
know.
do it.
Are there any tomatoes around here?
Are you gonna do it or not?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. What do you have to be afraid of? All right.
I don't remember what it was. I can't remember. I was just gonna go for like a hillbilly accent, but I just
Then do it.
feel like that'd be too forced.
You don't want to do the hillbilly accent?
No.
Well, you got to go.
Yeah, because it wasn't quite that.
That's fine. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. But we'll
God damn
move
it,
on.
Tyrell, we gotta move this here thing.
All right. It is the Megapede's turn. The Megapede is going to kind of uncoil itself. You can see the sheer size of this one. The damage you guys have dealt to it would have been almost comparable to the damage it took to kill a single one of those creatures last time, and you've only just now managed to maybe get it close to severing it in a certain point. So it unfurls itself from this steam vent. You can see it's sort of bleeding as it sloshes around. You see it reveal some of the treasure from underneath, and it appears as if it's been feeding on this stuff a long time. It's hard to really tell if any of the gold whatsoever is still of value at all. It appears to be pretty trashed at the moment, but it does see your echo, and it moves up to your echo, and as soon as it got to it, you said it dissipates, right? That's what your plan was?
Yep, that was my plan.
So as it got to right here, it does see Tyrell and the donkey on the dinghy, and it sort of finishes its movement, and it's going to try and shoot its acid spray, its one ranged attack, as best as it can. Acid spray is only 30 feet long, so at best it's going to hit the ship. And you guys will not be, but will do the damage against the ship. Let's see. 4d8. We'll see.
Does this one do more acid spray damage than the other one? Or was the other one 48 as well?
You don't know.
Okay.
Roll the 2
I forgot
though,
what it was.
so it's not even gonna hit the ship. It's just gonna like spray the acid around. It doesn't seem to be any more potent than the other. It just maybe seems to be in greater quantities. Like, it can produce more of the acid potentially, but still seems rather limited by its physical manifestation or whatever. Stony, back to you. The Megapede has curled across. Right now, just to describe it, the Megapede is sort of like strung out across these rocks, right? So like, if to lead back from where the Megapede is now, it's along this trail and up the little thing, and just its tail is just to the end of the treasure. It's like curled around the heat vent to the right and in the treasure still. So this thing is like 100 gnomes long.
Wow, pretty long.
The other one was long too, but you only saw it in bits and pieces because it was in the tunnels.
Well, I don't want to cut it in half, so
Just gonna remain where you're at then?
I'm gonna go down and around Easter.
Okay.
I just want to get up to the treasure.
So you're gonna drop
Not
down
to collect.
and around?
Yeah, just kind of use all my movements and stuff to get up around. I just want to get the high ground.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take treasure. I just want to get up to the high ground.
I
If I
gotcha.
can get up there.
Yeah, with your movement like phase and everything, I'd say you're at least at the top. You're not quite to the treasure yet, but you know, there might you get the sense there might be something for you to find here. Maybe buried like way down deep underneath the depreciated stuff. There's potentially something, but we'll roll for that on your next turn. Sailor Sun, you just
I don't want my back. I want my face towards the monster. I don't want to look.
Well, you
I'm
are
not up there for the treasure. I'm just up there for
sure.
the advantage.
You are. I mean, so like I said, the tail or the back end of this thing does curl around the steam vent, so it's like right in front of you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not the head that's in front of you.
Oh, God damn, that's long.
Sailor Sun. So
you
this.
gotta do a voice there.
I'm telling you, I need to hear it first, then I can match it. But I can't do it on the spot.
You can't do. You're from the Midwest. You can't do a country accent on the spot. Like,
Not comfortably. No.
Come on now.
see, Jared got it.
I did it in a meeting the other day too, so I don't know why I'm feeling so self-conscious about it.
You promised me this would be the most RPing
You
session
have
ever.
You have a fantastic country accent. The one you did at the hunting we've just talking about was top tier.
There was a lot of gin involved.
There was, but man, like I'll go deliver it to you so you can deliver
Just
that
watch a quick
performance again.
YouTube video on like John Marston fast and go. Copy that.
It's too late now. It's just too late.
There you go.
All right,
Like-
Sailor Sun. You've seen this Megapede crawl past you and headed towards the dinghy. What you want to do?
Well, shoot. Kind of want to hunker kind of slightly around a corner so that way if it turns around to shoot toxins at me, will not hit effectively.
You see some options here. So you can either climb up behind you onto the ridge that would give a little bit more protection, or you can like kind of go more forward and higher up to get away from it. So it's your choice where you kind of want to go.
Yeah, I'll go forward higher up so that way I can still kind of like
Sure.
shoot its waist.
Yeah, you use your movement and end up at a better vantage point higher above, pretty high in fact. But yes, you now have optimal positioning.
Optimus Prime.
Detective Easter, your go.
Yeah. So I think Tyrell's got this. His plan is working. So I'm going to use my echo, and I'm going to use my full actions here with it to switch, and I'm going to go search for treasure.
Okay. You switch.
I think Tyrell's got it.
You switch with your echo, and you realize that there is still the Megapede and its back half between you and the treasure currently. So like almost the entire portion between you and the steam vent is the back end of the Megapede. It still wraps around the right side, but beyond that, over to the left, it is no longer coiled around that completely. So you can see the end of the Megapede over to the right, but it still snakes around like all the way to the Megapede.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to climb over and
climb over the Megapede.
not climb over the Megapede. Use the rocks to kind of climb over and drop down to the treasure.
Okay. Your like second movement or whatever, you make it to the treasure, but we'll catch up with you in a second after we get to Tyrell's
That sounds
turn.
great.
Tyrell. John Marston sort of turns to you, Tyrell, and says, I'm afraid he's getting closer.
I'm
I
afraid
noticed
he's getting
that.
closer.
Like, why is he? So I guess I missed. Why is he heading this way? I wasn't ready for him so fast.
I'm not sure I know, to be honest.
Oh shit! All right.
What's the plan, Tyrell?
Well, at this point, I don't think we have much time. Let's just try to.
You want to
Get
give this
the
thing one
anchor-
more push?
I don't know if we need to. How about we just try to push this anchor towards the end of the boat so it's extra weighted towards that, the other side of the boat towards the, falling off, and have it just right hanging off the edge there that someone jumping on it, and then maybe it'll just shift off and.
You'd like me to
pull.
precariously perch this anchor on the far side?
Yeah.
I could do that, no problem.
As long as that rope is tied to, it looks like the anchor point on there.
Well, I
And,
am a master of knots.
Very good. I mean, you gotta have that.
I can't use my
uh,
hooves, so I tie it using telekinesis.
Oh, good point. Goodness, I gotta learn more about that when we have more time to talk. But yeah, that sounds great. If we can get that done, and then I think we're gonna need to try to book it out of here, because by the time we get this done, bad boy's gonna be right on top of us.
Well, who will stay on the ship to lure the Megapede?
I think you'll need to, and hear me out. I know you've got some precious metals that are of beyond any kind of monetary value. It's all sentimental, but I think that may be what he's after. But what I'd like to do is, if you trust me, I can get my magical rope, and I show him my rope that's been with us for many times. I'd like to have this roped around you as I get up to the high ground, so that if he comes to lurch at you, I will pull you up to safety, and then he'll land on the boat.
I believe I have no other option but to trust you completely blindly, but here we go.
You're not blind, are you?
I sent a GIF in the chat that should represent this moment.
So you tie the rope around John Marston's sort of, waist, and around the all of the stuff he's carrying. He
Am
said-
I making a knot around him while he's making a knot on the anchor?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And he says, I have a bad feeling about this.
That's gonna be just fine.
All right, so where are you going with the rope?
Up.
Like how far, like your movement's up worth?
Probably, yeah. And
Okay.
just to make sure I've still got ropes in hands and that I can
You do.
not only have to figure out how to use my own strength, but hopefully have some assistance from the magical rope and timing and strength to be able to pull quickly.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Megapede's turn. So it takes its movement to get onto the dinghy. It sort of curls up the front half onto the thing, and it immediately sort of rips through the sail, coils itself around the... Well, I guess it can't because it's a piece, but whatever. You get the sense. Coils itself around the mast. It's staring down John Marston. It's about to acid blast him when the anchor falls off and tilts the dinghy. As it tilts the dinghy, John jumps off of the ledge, and above the stomach acid, Tyrell, I need you to make a saving throw. Strength.
Yeah, that was faster than expected.
Strength
Here we
saving
go.
throw.
Come on, little pal. Come
Is he
on.
You within 10 feet of me?
He is not within 10 feet of you.
It's a 12.
Okay.
With my dirt.
So it's heavier than you anticipated. John sort of swings and smacks into the rocks, and you can't quite see him with where he's at currently, but you still feel his weight on the rope. It's kind of shaking. It's kind of like, buckling. Your feet are starting to slide closer to the edge. But out of the corner of your eye, you see the front half of the megapede, the weight of it, and the anchor falling into the stomach acid sort of slip and splash into the stomach acid. And when it splashes into the stomach acid, its front half, it sort of thrashes around. Like, just imagine, I don't know, like if a fire hose went loose, right? This thing hit the stomach acid and immediately started to burn. So it's going to sort of splash and spray stomach acid everywhere. So I'm going to roll a d20 for everybody in the room, because it's going to kind of coat the room.
Oh, fudge.
I'm so far away though. Like
6. So you guys managed to avoid. Were you trying to... Okay, whatever. So doesn't hit anybody. But there is a fair amount of stomach acid thrashed around as the front half of this thing is being dissolved while still alive. You see the weakened portion that you guys had cut up almost to the point of severing it sort of slop off, and the back half of the megapede is sort of strewn across the part. So where it was in front of you guys now, it is kind of a little bit further down, and the front half of the megapede is gone. It is headless. It is decapitated. It has been severed by the stomach acid, right? So like, well, it doesn't work. You'll have to imagine that's laying down. So initiative is dropped. The giant megapede has been decapitated and carterized with the stomach acid, so to speak. So
Nicely done.
should
Like
we
a
go ahead
plan
and push
come
it?
to action.
Should we go ahead and push it into the acid to be safe?
you talking to Detective
Uh,
Easter?
Yeah, I'm just looking down at him.
Well, you guys are like.
Oh, they're over here to get. Yeah, sorry, I went and got a drink. I didn't know he'd jump up there with me.
That makes sense. I echo-located around him. He didn't even know how stealthy I was. Yeah. Of course. Let's push it in. And from up here, I'm going to wave to Sailor Sun.
Okay, Sailor Sun. Yeah, you see them waving.
I'm gonna wave slightly back, but it's more like a confused wave. Like, what is going on?
Stoney, it appears that Sailor Sun does not know the ways of the Tendraka. When you wave, that means come over here. I have something that I need your help with. Oh, well.
I mean,
Okay, let's push.
It was very, very, self-explanatory. So it moved, right? It's kind of, yeah. Okay, yep, you're moving over there. Okay, yeah.
So where you guys are at now, so if I'm spreading this out, right? Sailor Sun would be at the lowest most portion of it. Detective Easter, you would be at the back most portion of it. And Stony, you would be at the middle portion of it. So that is the length of where it's at currently.
Okay, guys. Let's give it a heave-ho. Push it in.
Okay, I start pushing.
Everybody give me a strength roll.
Non-natural 20.
Nice. I got an 11. I'm not that strong.
I got an 11 also.
Okay. Yeah, you guys push this thing. The front portion falls in, but the back half is still kind of sticking out. It's you've essentially effectively pushed 75% of it into the stomach acid, but there's still a little back piece left.
Yeah, I guess just try to push again. Push the rest of it in.
Give me another strength roll.
Oh, I did worse this time. I got a 3.
Yeah, I did a lot worse. 8.
Sun, Sailor Sun, 14 and 8. All right, you guys push it in. The rest of it slowly dissolves and disappears into the stomach acid.
Awesome. I want to go back up and look at all this treasure. The Tendraka deserve a cut of this haul should we ever make it back.
Do we notice a reaction to the turtle body as that giant thing is dissolving in its belly?
You don't. There is no thrashing around or anything. There is no.
Stomach troubles.
There is no rumbling of the tummy, the stomach. Tyrell, go ahead and give me
I was thrilled.
another strength roll.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, buddy. Hang in there. That's a 15.
Okay.
Oh, he dies a horrible death.
No! I would jump in.
You, this time pulling the rope, you seem to have, sort of stopped where your feet were sliding, got a firmer plant. You've managed to, even with the assistance of the magic rope, pull up a little bit, and you can now hear John frantically, calling to you, "Pull me up! Pull me up!"
I'm trying.
And as you continue to pull up, he finally gets purchase on the ledge and sort of runs away from the edge and sort of does like a little dance, stomps his hooves, like thank God I'm finally here. He says, "You crazy son of a bitch, it worked!"
You would be just fine.
Oh man, that was insane. Why did I agree to that?
I don't know why you were so agreeable, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm glad you did.
I guess I just thought I had to pull my weight. I wasn't doing any of the combat, so
Then I had to pull your weight.
is that a
Yep.
fat joke?
Well, you're carrying a lot, so not really.
Look, you saved my life. I can't, you can say as many fat jokes as you want.
Nah, that's not very kosher.
Just know, Tyrell,
Let's-
that I trust you. I trust you with my life.
So same here, pal. Let's go meet up with the rest of the crew.
Sounds like a plan. So you guys make your way over to the rest of the crew. And if you guys are gonna search through this treasure pile, go ahead and give me a percentage die roll.
I
Can you roll
rolled
my-
a 50.
Okay. You are going to take half of what you rolled, so you'd get 25. Everybody's going to take half.
Awesome.
Rounded up or down?
Down.
Wait, why'd that happen? What
Be-
happened?
because
That's
all
almost
of
a month's wages right there. Oh my
because all of
gosh.
this treasure had been it was being feasted on the entire time you guys have been in this room.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a 20 for you, Stony, so you're going to get 10.
I found it online.
Oh. So
Yeah, I said it and then I googled it. I'm like, oh, never mind. There's a website that has it.
so you weren't happy with the 20 and then decided to
Oh
What it
no!
sounds like.
As soon as you were talking, I was already talking. 'Cause mine was a
already
70.
I've already rolled mine too. Like, oh,
Mine was
I'm,
a 70. a
Just
lot better
tell
than
me,
yours.
just have whatever you got. It's fine. I trust you guys.
Okay.
Would you look at that,
Wait,
guys?
so that's-
25 gold pieces. That's
okay, so that's in
5
gold.
sticks
Okay.
of a month's wages right there in my hand. Wow.
I mean,
The
I'll take
Tandraka
it.
will be very happy with.
John sort of looks at you guys and says, "Are y'all stealing from the dragon turtle?"
I thought this was a payment.
Well,
Payment.
This is
Yeah,
the Dragon
yeah.
Turtle's gold?
It is
We
in
helped
the
him with his
dragon turtle. I mean, dragons
We helped
do
him
hoard
with
gold, and you know what happens to people when they steal a dragon's gold, right?
No.
Well,
do they eat them?
Typically,
Ah, well, it looks like we've already paid for the crime.
you may have something there, but the dragon may see it differently. But who am I to judge? You do as
Is
you
it double
please.
jeopardy if I've already been prosecuted for the crime? Where I come from, if you've already been prosecuted and done the time, you can't be charged with that same crime.
I don't know that the dragon turtle adheres to the same judicial code as yourself, but
Then we shall take him to the courts of Nicantes, and he shall answer to the High Justice.
that is definitely something I would like to see. But don't let me stop you. I'm just
I just realized how much of a fool I had been by doing all that with my Kool-Aid outfit on, so I take it back off.
Your battle regalia is quite peculiar.
John has convinced me I'm not taking any.
yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw mine right back.
For the Tandraka.
John sort of says, "Now, don't let me rain on your parade. I was just merely speaking sense. I don't wish to anger the dragon turtle any more than we already have."
Would the dragon turtle know every bit of its gold versus the gold it swallowed on our own persons when we were
Well,
captured?
depends how good of a dragon he is, but they are quite frugal, if I do say so.
Well, perhaps if we just take out its heart and lungs, it will be too dead to realize that we took its precious gold.
That is very much a possibility. I believe being inside, it has exposed itself to a number of vulnerabilities that may be exploited, but it's up to the
We
group.
did-
At this point, I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm
We
good.
did
I
see
haven't,
that the
haven't seen a
organs-
chance for shopping in quite some time.
Well,
I've
and
got
you all
enough
could use some new clothes. You're looking very tattered.
Don't talk me
Um,
into taking some of this.
Are there clothes in this pile?
Well, I'm sure that your clan, the Zoo Warriors Electric Boogaloo 2, will appreciate you gathering materials for them, Tyrell.
I look at them.
the materials, or what? You look at
the clan, since apparently Easter's like not exactly a member.
I
be
am
alright.
with you guys, but I can only belong to one clan at my true heart, and that clan is the Tundraka. But you have all become loyal friends through battle. I don't know if I would trust you in a city, but I can trust you inside of a dragon turtle, and it's got to count for something.
And if you can't trust your friends in a dragon turtle, who can you trust?
Sometimes the only people you can trust are sentient beings inside of a dragon turtle, not counting mushrooms.
Well, the mushrooms are trustworthy too.
Guys, just throwing this out there. I think the dragon turtle even knows we're here.
That's also an excellent question. I do not.
Did
should
anybody
ask.
book a reservation with him?
No.
I definitely didn't. Me and my compatriots were on a ship and ready to have the
your
night
way
of
to
our
Tahiti.
lives, and next thing we know, we're getting swallowed by a dragon turtle. So here we are.
We do apologize for that unfortunate swine that you were accompanied with, and some of the other swine that we decided to dine upon. But
Well, I've got no beef with the pigs.
All right, what do we do next?
Well,
I'd really
it
like to
seems-
see your
yeah, like,
ship.
yes, take us to your vessel, Tyrant.
Oh, let's go.
okay.
Christian, I appreciate you putting in that extra little bit about do you want to steal gold from the dragon turtle that I had not thought about this whole time. Oh boy.
I mean,
conse-
maybe a bit late.
Consequences of our actions, yeah. Easter's pretty set on his ways at this point.
But I mean, the freaking thing was like melting all the gold, and like, I mean,
Yeah, we saved it for the dragon turtle.
Hey, Dragon Turtle, we saved your gold so we could steal it. That was our plan.
So we
Yeah.
could give it back to you.
yeah, if we get spit out the mouth, we can be like, hey,
I'll be honest,
Here
that's
you
what
go.
Billy would say. So, but I don't know if Easter will go with that, but that's what Billy would say.
All right, so you guys are.
is that ass stealing our ship?
No, he's just. I couldn't teleport him like the rest of you, so I just brought him. He was the linchpin.
I know it was. I just wanted to say ass.
You already scared him once when you guys said you were kicking a bunch of ass, so maybe be careful using that word around him, you know?
Well, 16 languages, and he can't get.
Well, that's why
When
it's a
someone says
little
it comes-
confusing, right? Is because you have all those to keep track of and bleeds together. All right.
Yeah.
So Tyrell is triumphantly like standing on his vessel with one like knee kind of hiked, hands on hips, like, eh.
Got a little captain in you?
Tyrell, will you invite me upon your vessel?
Are you a vampire?
Well, he is the captain. I'm asking
What?
for permission. Last time we decided to go onto a vessel and sneak on, we ended up inside of a dragon turtle.
Yes, permission granted.
I get on
Don't-
the ship.
Don't kill the livestock.
Let's go on then.
Would never dream.
Oh, hold on. You must ask permission. I haven't
So
heard
Tyrell got a sense of respect, and now he's like, I got some self-worth. Let's.
I mean, he's.
I
Yeah.
require a formal request to.
Well, I
Board the
remember
ship.
immediately how fast you went downhill on the last ship we were on.
This is true, but I have grown since then.
I don't know that, so let me on so I can figure it out.
And lack of better judgment, permission granted.
Have you Eldritch Blast proofed this steering wheel on this ship?
Ha! Didn't have the time.
At that moment, I'm gonna then like smile and wink at Tyrell.
I get a sense of unease.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at them on the boat and be like, so what's the plan?
Well, would you like to board the ship?
I mean, but what are you doing with the ship? Do I need to help?
Well,
I mean,
isn't it
maybe.
obvious, Stony? We were in a ship when we entered a dragon turtle, so we must be in a ship when we exit the dragon turtle. That's
Okay,
how the riddles work.
who's setting off the exit?
You know, you've
Domino
got me
effect.
there. I just assumed all we needed to do was reverse our circumstances, and we would reverse our outcome. I'll have to think on this, and I sit down and start to think.
I just made the ship. I figured you guys might have an idea.
Right. I mean, this is a great ship. It looks great. It's gonna hold us, and I'm really proud of you. I want to give my most sincere look on my face.
Permission granted aboard the ship.
Well, I appreciate that. So, having said vessel, we need to find a way to either entice the beast to expunge us while inside the vessel. But as of right now, we're on a lazy river, so
I'm still on my same thought track, and so last time we unloaded livestock to get inside, perhaps we need to onboard more livestock to exit.
I want to look at Detective Easter and just kind of be like, "Do you get stupid on boats?" Because the only 2 times that you've kind of lost your senses is on a boat. What's going on?
Yeah, I haven't traveled too far outside of I can't even outside of Company of the Tundraka before, other than on land, so I'm a bit outside of my element here, and yeah, I drank a little bit last time we were on the boat, and I just get a sense of my stomach feeling uneasy, you know, being on a boat, and it doesn't do well for my mind.
Okay. Do you want to go lie down?
yeah. Do you need to feel vulnerable? Does your stomach hurt?
I do. It does hurt a little bit. I should probably lie down and have a cigar and think more on this plan to acquire more livestock. That seems to be the only way we can get out. More livestock. In Kuatoa, they also went off the ship. We must pile Kuatoa and livestock upon the vessel to escape. And I'm going to lie down and have a cigar and think about that.
I'm going to turn to Tyrell and tell him, "Get us out of here now."
So, we either need to lower the acid and come out a different direction, or raise the acid in hopes that it's going to spit us out. If I recall, every time we throw something in the tubes, the acid lowers.
I mean, I'm good with trying that out.
Let's do it.
But we don't have anything to throw into the various tunnels. Or we could just start hacking away at some organs.
It's a little less scientific on the organ hashing.
Okay, so
versus the chambers.
You know, we could go back into the main chamber we started in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And see if there's more things we could throw in, or a different direction we could go.
Could we just blast the stone and then throw that up?
We haven't tried.
Hold up my cigar to John Marston to see if he wants a puff.
All we've tried is throwing the rust beasts.
John sort of shakes his head and says, "I've heard it's bad for you." I'm sure one such as yourself, being of dragons and all, have no issue with such a thing, but us donkeys, our lungs are a little more temperamental.
Well, this cigar has settled me a little bit. I do remember we threw barrels in and the stomach acid raised, and we threw the monsters in and the stomach acid fell.
Oh, there you go.
So it sounds like if we wanted to be upchucked, we would need to raise the temperature here, and if we wanted to be drained out, we would need to lower it. Or if we want to kill this foul beast, we just need to attack the heart. I personally have zero problem and endorse killing the dragon.
Well, we might just die inside with it though, so I feel like we need to make it either poop us or regurgitate us.
I like
Yes.
regurgitation personally. Have you
thing
seen
we're-
what happens when you're fully digested?
Well, yeah, but
Yes.
we're inside this vessel. If we're regurgitated, we're just back where we started. It could eat us again.
I think it would sniff us and smell him.
Well,
Dump him out of,
and
like, food and, like,
I'm
yeah.
sure that dragons, being foul beasts that they are, they probably eat their own vomit. So I vote out the other end, or
A poop shoot?
Yes, out the poop chute or through the heart. I have no problem killing a dragon. But I do agree that that may cause us to also be in a bigger predicament.
Is anyone an anatomy major?
Yes.
John Marston, are
So a
you
lot of
an
silence
anatomy
there.
major?
I can't say I'm more of a telekinetic linguist.
Oh,
More of an
right.
ass-man.
Can you understand what the turtle is saying?
I do speak Draconic, yes.
What can you think? Is there any way to understand if he has like passive thoughts going on right now, and maybe he consciously thinks about the inner mappings of his digestive system?
Well, we're not really near the brain cavity, and it's harder to do with distance, so we
So
could
if we can
climb up
your
there. We could climb
signal.
up there, and I could maybe persuade it or incept some ideas if you want it.
Wait, what
This
made you
guy's
think-
cool.
What made you think the turtle dragon was good?
Well, I mean, dragons are.
No dragons are good.
I'd say they're no worse than most of the humanoid races.
I would vehemently disagree with that statement.
Well, of course you would, because your kind has a little bit of a chip on your shoulder from the whole dragons
you would
enslaving
be
your
too.
race.
They have been so oppressive to the Dragonborn.
That is true.
Are you part dragon?
I am not part dragon, I am Dragonborn. There is a very distinct difference. The dragons have oppressed and eaten my kind for millennia. That's why I am always against them. They are the most oppressive of beings. I am always looking for someone to stand up with me to stop their oppression. As you see here, it has continued.
say oppression?
Yes. The dragons have oppressed the Dragonborn for ages.
But wait, is this whole cavern full of oppression?
Well,
Have you not
dragons.
been oppressed down here? Oppressed to a life of misery and suffering and death? Should we not be able to leave?
If their oppression put you into depression?
Maybe we
Yeah.
need to be compressed to get through the rest of the intestines.
I would like to impress the rest of the Congress to egress.
There he is.
Let's
we
not
should
digress.
not let him digest.
Yeah, let's progress, please.
Okay. Uh,
I confess this is going
That
on
was-
too long.
I'll be honest, that's pretty good, you guys.
Yeah, I definitely say we go this way. We were kind of scared at this point. We didn't really look around, so.
okay, so to put
You know what? I'm
things-
starting to think that Tony might actually not care about oppression. He might just be okay with it. I don't know.
He
Well, I
better.
don't quite feel oppressed.
He better care, because it's not that it's. I mean, oppression is bad to Stoney because he took an oath against it, but it's more so when other people are being oppressed. That's when it really grinds his gears, and he has to do something about it. So, if his
But it's also
compatriots
it's
are
less
being
like
oppressed,
survival oppression like this, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's more the.
I mean, you remember the
Day-to-day.
the oath you took, right?
Right, but I mean,
Can you
are
recite it?
the dragons' ideals oppressing him, or does he just have a stigma against Dragonborn? like dragons.
I
That's
think
not
we have
really
to
the question.
like intercept his brain waves to know.
He just has to
It's-
keep.
Historically,
It's less their ideals and more their physicality have oppressed us by killing and eating us.
I was gonna
Right,
say,
but I have not gotten to the like. I have not.
I have been
God,
eaten. I feel
He's
oppressed.
depressing his ideals by eating us. I just figured he just ate us.
I feel very oppressed by being eaten by a dragon. I couldn't feel more oppressed. I'm just another stigma. Another statistic.
You're making my hand twitch on my trident. If you just could quit using the word oppression around me.
okay, so,
Let's slide into some DMs. Let's go.
so where you guys are at now, the stomach acid is currently
now.
lower than where you originally saw it. The ships from before, you can ignore. These don't exist up here. They've been completely dissipated by the stomach acid and the rust monsters and otherwise. So, yes, around you, you have more of these steam vents. You have the tallest of the ones directly beside you guys. You have a kind of lower one right here. And then you've got, from the two that you've seen before, one around the same height but a little bit higher than before over here. And the second tallest one over in the corner. So, yeah, this is kind of where you're at. There's another tunnel that it appears has been revealed by the lowering of the stomach acid here, but you're not quite sure where it goes. So you've got some options. There's like a little tunnel over in that direction too. So there's a tunnel here. Doesn't look like the other tunnels you've been in. It hasn't completely been drained. It is still kind of flooded with the stomach acid. And then you've got a bigger tunnel like the two that you've entered before. You've got all these vents and, you know, the typical sides of the interior of the dragon turtle. Just remember, the ships are not here any longer. They've been dissolved. They're gone. So John says, well, now that we're here, what's the plan? Guys? Hello?
Oh, we're just absorbing the atmosphere here.
Ah, I wouldn't absorb too much of it. It's probably not good for you.
Is the Detective Easter still have the cigar?
Yeah, I've been blowing it in your direction. That's what you've been absorbing.
It's kind of nice.
Okay, so are we getting more livestock in Kuatoa, or what are we doing?
I felt like Stoney had a pretty solid grasp of what we should do. So, you know, I provided the ship, and we got here on the ship. So I just, you know, what do you think? What do you think, Stoney?
He said he'd be right back.
Well, Stoney, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and poke him.
Oh, God, he sucked in too much of the air.
He's what we
well,
call AFK.
The donkey who.
That stoic silence that we all appreciate. I say we go ahead and just go off on a plan, and he'll make sure that we're corrected if we're wrong. Sail towards the southwest. And I put my hand in because I remembered that was the thing that we did.
Do we know which direction is southwest?
I turn and point behind me.
Is that southwest inside the turtle?
Right,
or
that's the good
is the
question.
turtle going north, and if he's going, then which direction's
North
his
is
head?
always in front of me inside of this place, so that looks like southwest.
I do question your nautical compass, but
I'm not good on boats.
clearly, but maybe we What does our direction have to do? I feel like it's either up or down.
Hmm.
You gotta
Well,
go
it would
up.
help. This stoic being in front of us, he seems to approve of Southwest, I think.
Stony the Stoic. It is not lost on me, the jokes that are being made, but
I turn and face what I think is the Southwest, expecting that that's where we're gonna go.
I'm gonna, as he does that, look at everyone and just say, friends, he's right. We must go the way he is looking. And at the same time, I'm gonna shake my head no and say, just get in and go up.
well, if we're going his direction,
I can hear that, and I smile, just thinking that I have someone who backs me.
well, if we're going Detective Easter's direction, it looks as if we're going down. But if we happen to so choose to go another direction, there may be a member of the group who has yet to chime in about our supposed plan B, because our plan A is such a wonderful plan to go southwest, was it, Detective Easter?
As the crow flies.
Ah, yes, southwest as the crow flies, in the dragon turtle's stomach in the open ocean. Very.
So we've got
In a log at the bottom of the sea. I've heard this one before.
two down, 2 up.
Are we? Oh, we're
bottom of the night.
voting. I see what you're saying now. I myself, I do not feel as if I can vote, but I think it is up to you, and I can be the tiebreaker if needs be.
What did our leader Tyrell say?
I needed some Stony input.
Oh,
You were deep in contemplation. I imagine you were thinking very hard on the decision.
yes. Well, we just came up from going down. We were already in the stomach, which was down. Now we're in the mid-drift area.
I believe we are in the stomach.
Have we considered going southwest?
Detective Easter does have a point. Merely picking a direction and going with it maybe.
Okay, did we look around at all? Did we?
I would like to look around.
I can confidently say no, we did not.
I mean,
Has the mist
want
kind
me
of
to-
dissipated at all? Or is it still
No,
pretty thick?
it's still thick. Do you want me to go around the room again and explain what you
No.
said?
No. It was just key points. Yeah. Nice. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to lean on you, Tyrell. What you think? You heard the conversation. I was meditating.
Tyrell says ask Stony. Stony says
That's
ask
terrible.
Tyrell. And Detective Easter says southwest. Soul, where do you stand?
Uh,
Not
north.
literally. Just don't answer that. I'm more so meant what do you want to do?
Standing southwest.
I think we need to keep going up.
Up. And how do you propose we go up?
Climb if we must.
I believe it would be a little difficult, seeing as the stomach and the cavern we're currently occupying does seem to be cylindrical in nature. It does have a
Is
dome
there a-
roof.
Is there a tunnel to the southwest?
There is. Detective Easter and his great internal compass has directed us towards a tunnel, much
Okay.
like the ones that we've seen to the heart and lungs.
Let's do it. New tunnel.
All right.
Hands in. Hands in, boys.
Hoof
I'm
in.
gonna put my hand back in.
All right. Everybody say their
Southwest on 3. 1, 2, 3. Southwest.
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 Great teamwork,
Did
guys.
Did you just cum your pants? What was that noise?
I'm new to these, and I've never led one of these before.
Talking Tyrell. He went blah blah.
So, as you guys approach the tunnel, it appears to sort of slope downward a little bit. The stomach acid is sort of running down, and then it appears to be like a straight drop off, like a waterfall almost.
I mean, every standard adventure story I know of has to include a waterfall drop.
Mm-hmm.
And, you just take the risk of whether your ship makes it or not. I think we'll be all right.
But should we go chasing waterfalls?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I say we don't just yeet off the edge. Let's kind of take it slow. So, yep, I'm going to jump out of the boat.
Okay. I mean to say like where like this is an incline and it goes down, and then this is gonna like shoot straight down like waterfall, like.
Right. I don't want the boat going off yet. I don't know if
We need to just stick to the rivers and lakes that we're used to.
make those intentions.
Oh,
If there was like a current. I don't know if there's like a current.
yeah, there
I
is.
don't know that we're used to any of these.
Right. So
But that's fine.
I just want to make.
Thank you,
Yep.
Ian.
So, yeah,
You're
Tyrell,
Oh, that was perfect.
Tyrell, toss us your rope so we make sure the boat doesn't just go over the edge here.
I just want to creep.
Tyrell's got it.
towards the edge.
He's secured.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, you guys make your way up to the edge where the waterfall of stomach acid is, and the tunnel continues down in a steep drop. It appears as if you would be going further northwest.
That looks like the ocean.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to use your imagination.
Well, should we trust Tyrell's vessel and ride it out? I mean, if our plan's to escape anyways, we're gonna have to expect bumpy seas.
Do we?
At this point, might as well, guys, because we're gonna die in here if we don't do anything.
That's true.
I
I
mean,
agree.
good point. Do we have anybody have a glow stick we can throw down? See how far down it goes.
Yes, let's all hop in. I will throw my glow stick as we go.
I just want to confirm what's happening here. It does seem as if we are going further northwest, or what some might call south, out the rectum of said dragon turtle. I do believe if we take our vessel, our finely made vessel at that, I believe it would survive, but this is a water slide. We are unsure of its twists and turns, so I think once we commit to this, there is no turning back. We will not find our way back up. So I'm fine with this decision. I just wanted to speak out loud.
Donkey. But make sure you keep your hands and arms inside the vessel at all times.
Oh, that will definitely be happening. Yes.
I think other than that, we should be fine.
Have you guys ever seen any story where the people that were shrunk inside of another body, intestine, digestive system, they never go out the ass ever? They're always shot out the other way. Finding Nemo.
I mean, fair point, Tyro, but I also made the same thing earlier saying we should go up. No one backed me.
Well, okay, so we know where this tunnel goes. Can we go back and see if there's another tunnel?
Yeah, this is the poop chute.
Was there a north?
But it is southwest.
So
Was there a southeast tunnel?
At the top of the cavern, like the dome roof cavern of the dragon turtle's stomach, there is the hole that you guys came in. The like esophagus.
We've already been in that hole. It was so boring.
I gotta say though, if we go out this way, there's no acid to tear us down or anything like that because it's just more or less a holding cavern until we're pushed out.
And think about it, the acid escaping and the ass is escaping out the ass. How ironic.
Also, we need to get Detective Easter out of here, or he's going.
I mean, there's some good points, but I also worry about, while there may not be the acid to worry about, which we have the ship to prevent us from acid issue, uh, do we run into an error issue of not being able to breathe because we're stuck in massive fluid that we have to run through to get out of a system, or like just packed in literal caca.
There appear
shit.
to be I would say the route before us seems like a easier but riskier, or maybe there are more unknown variables ahead of us. I would say we do know where we came from. We knew we were swallowed. It is just a matter of, if we would like to go the other direction, how to make a dragon turtle vomit. So I think we have two choices. We can take the easy way down, while it may be full of more unknown perils, or we can devise a plan to raise the level of stomach acid and go out the top. I do not think either is wrong. I just think that there is a choice to be made.
I like the idea of avoiding the anus, but I would be remiss to be vomited and then immediately eaten again.
Stony
But I'm
does have a
leaning
point.
towards-
Creatures do not typically shit where they eat, so
And I believe the ultimate form of learning humility from my queen is to be shat out.
Oh, I see. So you think that when it feels like, oh, it needs to pass a bowel, just naturally will actually be where we would want to end up, versus the risk of being thrown up back in the ocean and immediately eaten again.
Ah.
Right.
I also don't think that a dragon turtle would be hasty to eat its own vomit, and we may be concealed.
You've not seen a dog then.
Well,
Or a cat, for that matter.
the cat may be closer to a dragon than a dog. You may have something there, but I also have never seen a cat eat his own vomit.
Okay, let me take it this point. When we're retelling this story, do you want it to be that we were pooped by a dragon turtle, or that we did not get pooped by the dragon turtle?
I mean,
I will
It's
say I-
very pooped by
I-
dragon.
we'll be
ripped
the
it
only
apart
group
from
that ever
end
made
to
it
end.
out the pooper.
True, no other group can say that.
I've never heard anyone say they've been able to do that.
Made it
Right.
through the whole body and didn't dive through the acid.
Okay. Here's another thing. So say we get vomited out and it eats us again, we're gonna be still inside the submarine that Tyrell made, and it's fantastic.
Maybe.
So then-
I mean,
then
it's
maybe
not
we
like
can-
100%, but it will be
It's all
good.
the ships.
Right. Yeah. Hey, we survived on a non acid declining ship, and we did right. Or we could get stuck in some feces up against the anus wall and not get out.
Well, the feces gets out eventually.
I mean,
Hmm.
Do we
This is making me
also
think about all the things inside my own stomach right now.
We could kill the dragon turtle. Make sure that the heart is open and attack it.
we also don't know where we're gonna pop out when we pop out. Not necessarily in proximity to said dragon turtle, more so in my mind I'm thinking, how far has this dragon turtle been going through the ocean? Like, are we gonna be anywhere near where we started, or
Probably not.
that doesn't matter to me. I can.
This is
And
what happens
either
when
way-
you
It matters to me
travel
if we were
with
out
the
just in the
doers.
middle of the ocean with nothing. Like, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna be like, where the fuck are we? Like, I think I've been convinced that the shitting is better, because he probably will have a place he likes to shit, and that'll be more consistent with a lot higher likelihood chance that will be a place where we want to be. That's
I'm
what I
going
thought.
the opposite direction. I think that we need to be back to
Well,
the place we came.
But if he just vomits in the middle of the ocean somewhere, we have no idea where we are. Like, it's gonna be unexpected to him. He has no control. versus
don't-
shit. He'll be like,
What if
oh
we,
yeah, let
what
me
if
go
we
shit.
flip a gold piece and we make
Something
we
tells
let
me he
Face
doesn't
Face
poop in
take a
it.
chunk.
He's not a dog trained to poop in a certain spot. I feel like it's just
I
gonna
think you'd
move
be
a lot.
surprised.
Well,
Mm.
dragons are creatures, but they are intelligent creatures. I
Of
think
habit.
Tyrell has some merit to his idea that dragon turtles are a little bit more particular where they do their particulars, but
Well, if he eats gold, then he might shit gold as well.
True.
Perhaps he'll
true.
put us up in a good spot.
I I do feel as if his gold is protected in his stomach. Maybe if we just waited long enough, the current would sort of hasten as he went for a bowel movement, and that would mean that we're somewhere close to his treasure hoard. Unless he
Yep.
vomits his treasure out, in which case we would also be at the mercy of that. But as long as we were in the vessel, we could just let nature take its course.
Or we could flip a gold piece. Heads up, it goes towards the head. Tails, it goes towards the tails. And if it
I
lands
love
right
that.
in the middle,
I'm down. Yep, I
we
love it.
slay the dragon itself.
Okay,
It'd been,
I'm
it'd
in.
been funnier if you just switched it. Heads, we go to the butt.
Okay, I'll pull out one of my newly acquired gold pieces, and I'll look for one that has a side that I can determine as a head and a tail.
When we flip this coin, are you going to immediately regret whatever it lands on and then realize that we really did want to go down the ass the whole time?
Yes.
Mm. Yes, we will regret whatever decisions we make, but that's the price that you pay when you're with the Zoo Warriors Electric Boogaloo 2.
Yep. You'll learn.
I've been
They got
learning.
us into this mess, and they'll make it worse before we get out.
Well, would we like to flip the coin on screen, or are we gonna...
Yep, Christian, flip it on screen. Sounds great.
Okay.
But it's got to have a chance to land upright.
Tell you
in case
what,
we can
tell
kill
you
the
what.
dragon.
You'll do even and odds, and if it is a nat 20, you kill the dragon.
I love it.
But you're terrible at rolling.
20, 20, 20.
Well, it's even.
20,
Is even heads
20.
or is even
E-
tails?
Even is whatever you guys want it to be. What is even going to be?
Call it in the air, Tyrell.
It's in the air.
Well, yeah, but even. So what even is? Evens is heads. Yeah,
Evens is
and
heads.
odds is tails. 20 is slay the dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
20, 20, 20, 20. Oh, it's a 6.
So
We're going towards the head.
even was heads. Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right. I
Okay.
will hop in the vessel.
All right. We're back in the vessel. How are we going to go up from here?
We need to block the tunnels with barrels or anything that we can find that'll raise the temperature of inside his stomach, and we will start to raise up with the fluid. So let's find different things we can toss in here. Barrels, whatever we have. Let's block each one of these little arteries up.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be any barrels or anything remaining. Like there's no ship parts to huck in there.
And regret starts to sink in.
You do notice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to break off a piece of rock, I guess.
It's rather hard.
I'm committed.
You feel like you need a pickaxe. I mean, you could definitely pick up some loose rocks, but it's more like gravel than anything.
Okay, I'm gonna start throwing those up towards the top.
Okay, it's the tallest spire. You're not getting the rocks very
Yep,
high
I'm
up
just
there.
gonna make some half-ass attempts.
Sure, the pebbles are just like hitting the side of the steam vent and coming back down. You're just picking up the same gravel. You guys look around there. There are, some rust monsters sort of scanning the area, crawling the walls and stuff. but there are no barrels. There is no the wood or anything at your disposal here. It's just stomach acid and the lining of the stomach, the vents, and yourselves.
Yep.
It
If
is.
no one else is gonna make a decision, then I'm going to look for a way up to find, maybe something we can hit with get a big piece of rock or find anything. I don't know.
Look.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take off and start echoing my way up.
Okay.
Whatever direction.
The steam vent, if you're gonna try and climb that, you get close to it and you kind of put your hands on it, and it's like trying to.
No, I'm not going towards that. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go the other way.
I was gonna say
And try to find a way up.
climbing the steam vents is gonna be like trying to climb while holding onto a hot oven.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, you're making your way around, kind of echoing around, and you sort of see the second tallest steam vent, which it looks like you may be able to get kind of close to and chuck something in from the side.
Is that ship still up there?
No, none of the ships are up there.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a shorter steam vent, which it looks like you could very easily climb up the rocks and throw something in that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get close to that one.
Yeah.
Try to work my way up there. Do I see any loose rocks or anything big enough that would definitely looking for a big rock that maybe I could roll into it
You
or
see
break something away.
you see some rust monsters walking around, creeping around. They're little feelers, but you don't see any rocks or anything.
But I don't want rust monsters because that'll lower it. So it's unfortunate. And that ship's not there.
It is not. None of the ships are there.
Yeah, I'm gonna find as many little rocks as I can. I'm gonna fill up my Kool-Aid Man costume with that and try to make a
Okay.
big thing to drop in there. So
All right.
I'm committed.
Sounds good. The rest of
Can I
you
yell at him, or is he too
doing
far away?
anything? We can say if you were accompanying him, he obviously.
You
Wait,
also
I have a sitting stone.
Yeah.
I go, hey, if we're thinking of math-wise here, this is a long message over a sitting stone.
Say that.
No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm thinking through what I'm going to say before I actually say it. If we're picking up stuff that we can see and get to right now, it's going to quickly dissipate as we raise the level of this if you're able to get the small one up, and we're exponentially going to lose the amount of stuff we can throw into them. I don't know if there's going to be enough stuff unless we spend a lot of time gathering a lot of stuff and getting up really high. I think it's the only way that this would work. Is there enough stuff we think we can find to actually to do this effectively?
How many rocks have I gotten?
Detective Easter, your passive perception, as you're collecting this Kool-Aid Man-sized costume full of rocks, and you've got maybe like a pillowcase's worth of the overall size, to add to this thing. You think maybe you're wrong about the rust monsters only lowering the stomach acid?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tweet back to Tyrell. Gonna kill some rust monsters and toss them in. You better figure out a plan real fast.
Yeah, I think that our crew needs to get in the boat.
And I'm gonna go hunt some rust monsters.
All right. At this point, I trust in your ability to effectively harvest the rust monsters. I don't think they're going to take you out, and you wouldn't be silly enough to use your weapon to kill them, so you just use your bare hands and your fists, and you've got yourself 2 rust monsters that are no longer living, just the, thoraxes, so to speak.
Chandraka Kobe.
It's a easy shot. Once again, Fisher Price kind of slam dunk.
He was a famous gnome tosser back in the day when we would play toss the gnome.
Could I see any of that when he did it?
No,
It's too thick.
no, you can't really see anything. But as you do this, sorry, get everybody where they need to be. Well, we'll just, for the sake of this, say that you're all on the ship aside from a select few. As soon as you throw the rust monster into the steam vent before you, the stomach begins to rumble. The inside, you sort of like have a shaky footing. Rocks and gravel, the same ones you were collecting, sort of fall down from the higher reaches of the stomach, and the stomach acid quickly raises exactly to the level of the steam vent that you just put in. So
I'm getting the sense that it may raise or lower based off of the height of the steam vent.
you realize you're right about that.
Okay, I'm going to again call over the vessel by waving at it.
Sure thing. Makes it over to you, and you guys are.
I'll hop on.
All right. So the next thing you can kind of see, the next tallest one is the one in the corner there. If you're gonna hop in the vessel.
Let's head over towards the vessel. I shall kill more rust monsters and toss them in.
You still got some extras in your bags, but yeah, you can collect them as you go across. But this one will require a little bit of a check to get it up there and into the thing. Or you can dismount, climb up on the shelf, and shoot it from the shelf. So it's up to you guys.
Do you think it requires an alley-oop?
We practiced this earlier. Yes, an alley-oop, of course. I toss to Stony, and everything works out from there.
So Stoney's gonna shoot this thing in?
We need one other person. That's how an alley-oop works. It's 3 people. Tyrell, Citizen, or perhaps you, John Marston. Would you like to alley-oop with us?
These hooves were meant for walking, but not for b-ball.
I thought Murray's snout was a bug, and I slapped the shit out of his face. Scared the crap out of me. Oh my god.
Who shall help us perform this alley-oop? We do need 3 people. 1 to bump, 1 to set, and 1 to spike.
If I must, I can bump.
Perfect. I will toss it in the air for John Marston to bump.
John Marston goes to bump it with his head. It's not a great bump.
Stony, it's up to you, man. Let's see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it into a fader. Falling away from the goal.
All right, sleight of hand, dexterity check.
Big ol' launch. Dex is not bad. 16.
Yeah, you guys make it. Water level rises. Okay, why is it grabbing the... There we go. Beep boop. Everybody's in the ship. Water level rises to the next one, and the last vent, it appears you need to clear, is just ahead of you. You guys make your way across there, and yeah, it's gonna just be one more shot. Anything?
Sailor Sun, you should do the honors for the pass on this one.
Anything you
Give it a
guys?
good moonshot.
Anything you guys need to make sure to, batten down the hatches or anything, or prep before you do this? You get the sense this will be the one that causes the motion for the commotion.
Yeah, can we do a little practice, guys, and making sure? So like the what appears to be the glass on this like visual representation is actually just a loincloth, and it's buckled down by a pretty sturdy steel belt at the top of it, but the rest of it is really just kind of snaps. So we need to make sure someone can, like, we have manned post to ensure the flaps are staying down as much as possible. Make sure your gloves, make sure everybody has their skin tight skin of the fire giant gloves and face
Oh,
masks on
you
before
have
we.
you have
Yeah.
different wearables for us. Oh, I didn't realize this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me put those on.
John sort of
And,
raises his hoof and says, "Do you have some for me?"
Do I? I don't know if I do.
You don't, in fact.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What would be your most vital organ to keep safe?
Penis.
With a donkey, that's probably true.
Well, John, why don't you hide in the middle and we shall hold down the hatches here. Make sure that you're safe by the top.
I trust your engineering, Tyrell. I don't need one of your fancy schmancy cloaks. I think I'll be just fine. But thank you. I just thought I'd ask.
That's all right. Well, I had prepared some on my shoulders, and I'm actually gonna keep it like kind of prepared just in case I run into it. I'll be able to throw it over his beautiful donkey face.
I will say that I feel slower and weaker now that I have put on armor.
You do, because you're not
You
proficient in
don't-
it, right? It's not.
You
It's,
don't need. the speed.
No, I actually lose quite a bit of my stuff by putting on armor, so I'm significantly less able in combat.
Even as a
And-
fighter?
Yeah, a lot of my like additional bonuses are gonna be gone now that I'm wearing.
Oh.
Like,
Well, yeah,
like my punches will pull quite a bit. My armor class drops.
monks don't
my
do
speed
armor.
drops. Yeah,
I'm
so
super proficient in all armor. So.
it feels weird, but I understand I need to put it on. So
Well, if everyone feels pretty confident that they know how to, in case any flaps come loose, to like hold them in place, like that, we just need to all be ready to go, because this is kind of like taking a ship, Orville Redenbacher and his brother flying off the, first mission off the ground into the sky. That's what we're doing here, essentially.
All right, let's do it.
Hang tight.
All right. So
Should we put our hands in first?
Yeah.
so how describe to me how you're gonna shoot the last thing in and then batten down the hatches.
How high up is it?
It's about as high as the last one was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Think of like trying to throw a volleyball into the top of a gym or something, right?
How long is your rope, Tyrell?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I'm afraid the only way I can think of to do it would burn my rope up.
I'm gonna hand Tyrell the Sailor Sun the little monster to throw in, and I'm gonna set myself up for a bump, and I'm gonna batten down the southwest corner of the ship. So that's my next move.
Okay.
All right, just tell me when to throw it in.
When?
Oof, that's me throwing it.
All right. Give me
And I
a
get ready for a bump.
sleight of hand roll, dexterity, d20 roll.
Me?
Yeah, if you're the one throwing it.
Oh, true, fair point. All
right, you make it in. So the
Dang it.
stomach acid, as you sort of jump down into the vessel soul, you saw especially aggressive, like boiling. Like before it was a lot, but the steam had gotten so dense from the stomach acid rising so close to the top of the cavern, it was almost becoming really hard for you to breathe. Like there's a little bit of respite when you drop down into the vessel and you quickly seal it up. But you got quite the sense that there is a ton of pressure being built up and there is about to be a huge release. So,
Guys, get ready.
Yep, I jumped to my spot.
everybody's in their spot. The vessel begins to shake. It sort of turns a little bit, like rocks left and right. it's hard to kind of keep your footing in the like hodgepodge of stuff in there, but you all managed to stay in the ship. I'm gonna need a survival check from each one of you guys. That is a wisdom, and it is a d20 roll.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
Tyrell got a nat
a
20?
22 unnatural.
Oh, I got a 20.
Oh, can I tell you? I mean, I got a nat 20, so I didn't really.
Damn, guys, three above 20s.
19.
Holy cow, guys!
We just want to
Survival's done
live,
with you.
damn it.
John,
Okay,
the-
good, good. On an 11, that's better than a 10.
I guess I got 22 as well, but mine was nat 20, so I think that's more.
But he
I
doesn't
don't
have
think
any
I've
armor, so that
ever-
makes sense.
A 17. I feel like 17's a number I've never really rolled. 17.
So Tyrell, a strong credit to your craftsmanship, but everybody holding their position and anticipating what might happen, what could happen, all of this thought and doubt in their minds, and there's a enormous sort of pressure again on the ship. You can feel it being super dense. The ship almost feels as if it's like being compressed. It's like shrinking almost. You can feel the strain and the creak of the wood. But right as it feels like the pressure is greatest, suddenly all of you go kind of weightless in the ship. And it's like that moment in the Vomit Comet when they're flying the plane and everybody sort of looks at each other as they're like weightless around the cabin, and you all slam to the ground as you hear a rush of water sort of hit the side of the ship, and everything goes still. There's a slight rocking, what appears to be familiar to that of a ship on the open ocean, but you can see through maybe some of the slightly damaged portions, little light trickling in through the ship.
Does it look like daylight or does it look like a city light?
It does look like actual daylight.
All right. Yep. I'm gonna open. Creek really slow.
Okay. You creak open the top of the hatch. You look out into a wide open ocean.
I'm just gonna do big ass fucking swan dive right in the ocean.
All right.
I'm gonna take off my armor.
As you look out into the ocean, where's the ambient one? There we go. As you look out into
Here's
the
seagull.
yeah, as you look out into the ocean, let's see. Stony, you said you do a giant gainer or whatever into the water. That's totally fine. As you land into the water and sort of look around you underneath the water, you see the dragon turtle sort of swimming away. There's a cloud of what appears to be kind of putrid liquid and debris in the ocean. It's not the cleanest spot, but you guys are kind of, floating around away from it or whatever. But yeah, you're in the ocean. The dragon turtle appears to be swimming away.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my armor and pull out a cigar for everybody on board except for the donkey, because he says he doesn't smoke. Cigars all around, boys. We made it out of there. Great flat. And I light up my cigar, and is anybody else smoking with me?
It appears to...
Yep. I'm gonna pop back out of the water after a good. Well, I mean, is it clear water or are we still in murky, gross stuff?
The ocean does a pretty quick job to dissipate the vomit stuff.
I just want to filter out those gilly boys.
Yeah. You give them a
Yeah,
nice
good
cleaning. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Pop back out. Join him for a nice cigar.
But you guys appear to be out the open ocean. There's still a bit of like mist or haze on the ocean. It's early morning as best as you can tell, but it's the first time you've seen sunlight in a long time. Because even before you were in Nicanthes, you had entered the epoch of Eventide. It was 30 days of night, and then you just spent who knows how long in the bowels of a dragon turtle. The sunlight, it's kind of hard for you to open your eyes. It's really, really bright, and the fog is not helping. It sort of makes it more blinding, in fact. And there's not really good or great way to tell where you are or which direction you're headed or where it's going, but you're just on a ship in the ocean. Water's relatively calm.
Beats being inside of a dragon turtle. Cheers, boys and lady boy.
Guys, I feel quite comfortable out here. How do you guys feel?
I'd feel more comfortable if we were with the Tendraka. But it's better than being inside of a dragon turtle.
Detective Easter, I think I will take you up on one of them smokes. I think this is an exception to the rule, seeing as how we just made it out of a dragon turtle.
Yep, I will prepare a smoke for my new friend, John Marston.
So as John Marston is, accepting the cigar, he sort of gets his donkey senses and he turns towards the front of the ship and kind of walks slowly. You guys kind of view him and he says, fellas, I think we got company. And slowly in the distance you can see the same island that moved earlier sort of emerge from the fog, and out of the water raises the head of the dragon turtle.
But let's get the fuck out of here. Tyrell.
John says, hold on. Nobody move. And in his donkey voice, you hear him shout out in some draconic language that you've maybe only heard a couple times to the dragon. And you hear sort of a low rumbling, like the ripples on the ocean, even as big as the ocean is, the reverb from the dragon turtle speaking. It doesn't even sound like words, it just sounds like distant thunder. But John sort of says, he's describing to us how a lot of the burdens inside his stomach have been alleviated. He says he no longer feels as if there's things poking around in there. And he wishes to share his thanks at removing the pests from his insides. He says that you are welcome to keep the gold that you took from his treasure hoard in exchange for your lives.
I mean, that's okay.
Fair.
He says, while this may be the exception to steer clear of his territory, the debt has been fulfilled, but he no longer owes you anything, and best if you parted ways. So he'll go his way, you can go yours, but I think this is a uneasy agreement.
Well, let's get out of here then.
He says, hang on a sec. So he calls again in the draconic language, which you don't recognize, and it's strange hearing it from a telekinetic
And so
linguist
I
donkey.
don't recognize this draconic. Gotcha.
You pick up on some bits. There's definitely
Okay.
like some. It's
Just sounds ancient.
yeah. Like it's not your first language, right? But this is definitely more specific to dragons than dragonborn. But he says, calls out again. He says, well, I did ask one more thing from the dragon, seeing as I didn't take any of his treasure. I asked him if he could point us in the direction of the nearest land. He said we're currently facing south, and that we need to go northeast.
Northeast it is. Tyrell, take us that way.
Northeast is right over there.
You are the captain of this vessel. I shall trust you to steer it. Unless Sanma's son thinks that she should be captain of the vessel. In which case you shall fight over the steering wheel.
So it's mostly a thing is this is a glorified raft. There is no power.
I'm gonna lean out over the edge and start to use my hand.
Well, maybe before we go to that, maybe I can take inventory of what we've got here. Maybe some of the ship itself doesn't need to be as robust now, and we can create some
you can take my
Viking style.
Can't our
hold up on that.
fishy friend call somebody to help?
Yes. I was waiting for everybody to stop talking.
Oh, well, shit.
I mean, I'm not a seafaring donkey, but I figured the guy with the gills might be the one to turn to.
Yeah, that would be a lot better. Let's do that.
Yeah, no, I can go search for a decent-sized friend to hook a rope to, and I can convey a direction for him to pull us. Your to pull us.
Perfect. Who would have thought somebody talking to fish would have come in handy, but I love it. What a great comment.
Well,
I'm with you.
sounds like we got a plan then. He didn't
Alright,
seem
hands
to
up, guys.
specify what awaited us on that piece of land, but I'm land is a sight for sore eyes at this point.
Probably something better than just the water.
It sounds like it's find the land or be eaten again by the dragon.
I would agree. We need to vacate as soon as possible. He sort of looks back over his shoulder, and the dragon turtle is gone. It has submerged.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess I'll just continue smoking my cigar and expect that Stoney's gonna find us a ride out of here.
Okay. We can wrap it up there. About 10 minutes early, but
Nicely done.
congrats.
Didn't expect that, did you?
You guys made it out. You guys
Jared,
didn't
your
expect
plans all came together, man.
that.
Nice job.
Ooh.
You guys
You had
didn't.
the
It was all in the books that I mean, what book?
Well,
awesome.
it remains to be seen that anybody has ever made it out of a body going through the south end. But maybe that was the right call, you know?
Do we gain any experience for the giant centipede and making it out of the dragon turtle?
You get 700 for the megapede that you fought,
Awesome.
and you get 1,000 for the successful escape from the dragon turtle.
Very nice.
And of course, your treasure that you get is whatever you plundered from its belly. But no super special, cool, magical items or anything. You know, you win because you came away with your lives, so to speak. There may have been things in there that he would have granted you, but you know, you made decisions,
And our group is complete. We have all 5 of us. This is perfect. 5 of us came in and 5 of us came out.
am my part of your crew now? Is that what I'm gathering?
Absolutely.
Well, the problem with the zoo warriors is, despite trying to get rid of them, you are stuck with them. It seems for better or worse. That's what I've learned.
Tyrell, you mentioned you're the only OG here. What happened to the other zoo warriors exactly? Did they all die horrible deaths? Cause I don't know.
Yeah.
Your response isn't really
Well, they were of course wanted for heinous crimes. Tyrell, why don't you tell him about Billy Banger?
Look, I think it's best if I just didn't know.
Or perhaps Mr. Pickles or
Uh,
Leonidas?
How many of them died?
How do you know all these
How
names?
many of them died?
Well, there was as you remember, Detective Perkins was on the case, and he made notes about who was in your crew, and I, of course, was supposed to go and bring you back to my canties. I knew who you were. Is all that lost on you now that our travels have brought us
Fairly
together?
much, yeah. Actually, I just feel stories for another times. You know, there's a lot to unpack there.
Well, the dragon turtle.
Well, I know you're good at packing. Yeah, dragon turtle.
The dragon turtle did say the nearest land was still. Do you want to know the distance?
I don't know, guys. Do we want to know?
How
No.
about we just kind of lie down?
Yeah, let's
After
lay
hours.
down.
All right. Well, as long as we're headed in the right direction, what could go wrong?
Exactly. We have the wind at our face, and a dragon turtle at our back.
Tally ho!
Cue the music. Like we need like.
Dun 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 dun
That is
dun
perfect.
dun dun. Yeah.
Isn't that what started us on this downward track? Was the
Yeah,
pirate music?
Exactly
it
that. Yeah.
is. No, that wasn't the exact soundtrack I was looking for, but I guess I'll take it.
It's the
Well,
only soundtrack. What are you talking about?
Christian, that's the quickest dungeon we've ever been through, and it seems like
Actually?
those were the most intricate
Somehow.
dungeons.
There were again a lot of weird mechanisms and stuff in there, and you guys didn't really have to explore too much of it. There's a lot of ways out, and there were a lot of ways to make it harder to get out, but you kind of did a little bit of some and a little bit of
Like
others, and
Swimming through shit.
yeah.
Was there any scenario where we made it out with the Kuatoa and all the donkeys?
You didn't go into the room where the Kuatoa and donkeys were first, so there would have been opportunities to get more Kuatoa and donkeys in that room.
Gotcha.
But
They probably just would have been subjugated to Tyrell's testing of, are you guys lava proof?
right, yeah. But
I
no,
mean, absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of like you guys kind of did a little like. I knew fighting the monsters is always going to be like the go-to thing. So just making it easy for you guys, if you killed all the big bads in the dragon turtle, you'd essentially solve his like intestinal problems, right? Like the fire giant, the like tapeworm, like megapede, like all that sort of stuff. And those were actively either harming the like myconids, which were actually a good thing for the dragon turtle, like sort of like what Soul you indicated early on. You were like, what if they're like the like blood cells, or like the that's kind of what the myconids were. The rust monsters were just sort of the like neutral evil, like just helped decompose things, like just a natural like must dissolve. So those were kind of a nice symbiotic relationship, but then obviously the megapedes were a problem. Fire giant was a problem. If you had saved as much of the gold as you could have, but didn't take any of it, there would have been a like super special reward that he would have granted you, like a really nice piece of select treasure that he had hoarded away. But you guys got a lot of gold instead, and he let you take it and leave with your lives. You guys went out the top instead of the bottom. There was you could have, taken out the lungs, which would have resulted in something else, or you could have taken out the heart. The heart was like a whole, like, if you had choose to throw, like I tried to build upon it. So like in the stomach, when you guys threw the rust monsters into the vents, that's where you learned that the thing rose to the different levels, or that it manipulated the level of the stomach acid. And that happened again when Tyrell was in one room and you guys threw the rust monster in to reveal the one portion of the heart. So that was the other mechanic, was like when you throw it into the ventricle in the heart room, it's each coordinated to a different quadrant of the heart, 4 parts of the heart, and it would expose those parts for a small amount of like damage. So like, yeah, there's tons of different ways to go about it. You guys went about it in the non-lethal way to the dragon turtle, but lethal to the monsters. So you kind of unwittingly solved the dragon turtle's problems and made it out.
Perfect. Well, it was nice. It was a good puzzle, and I felt like we all learned a little bit about each other.
Yeah. And now you have a new companion, telekinetic linguist donkey named John Marston. So let's hope he doesn't betray you down the road and sell you out to, he's not a double agent. Met with silence, huh? Okay, all right.
I'm just not surprised anymore.
On that note, I'm gonna go to bed.
Maybe the surprise is that he's not a double agent.
See you, dude.
I'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Yeah.
Everybody
So much fun.
say night-night.
Night.